Hello, everybody, and welcome to a One Ring stream. We will be playing using, what is it? It's the zero, what is it? Evan?
Year Zero engine.
Year Zero, thank you. It's the Year Zero engine, and most of us haven't played, right? Nobody here has played using this system before,
Nope.
aside from our wonderful GM. But everybody
You
here...
have, Kylie.
Oh, yeah, I have. You're right. I played the Twilight. Oh, yeah. So it should be easy for me. I don't know why I'm thinking it's so hard. Anyway, so we're going to let Evan take over. Everybody here, though, has been a part of the Discord group, and that's where this all came together. So if you're looking for games to play, there's a link down in the description for the Discord channel. And you guys can come join us. We're always looking to play new systems and also just D&D in general. So, without further ado, Evan, take it away.
Mad Baggins is at it again and has gathered in Bag End a new cabal of adventurous spirits who he has named the Conspirators of the Red Book. In an effort to gather notes for his book, he has asked these friends, under promise of payment and a bit of adventure, to help him confirm some important details about the history of the Shire and its people. The first and most important part is a map of the Shire that is kept locked away in the Matham House at Michael Delving, which he believes was sketched by none other than Old Took himself. These conscripted conspirators will need to travel there, slip past any watch without arousing suspicion, and pilfer the ancient map before returning to Bag End.
Woo. Okay. So that is our goal today. So, Evan, how does it begin, I guess? Oh, boy.
I assume we are having breakfast, of course.
After quite a long walk under the stars that have come out blazing and bright after an afternoon of heavy rain, you finally come to a round green door of Bag End, the home of the strange and famous Bilbo Baggins.
Ooh, okay. Can I walk forward?
We're traveling to his house?
Yes. You are traveling to his house, Bag End.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Can I open this? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay.
We're finally here. That old fellow, I can't believe he's still alive.
So over here, you see the bright green round door that is the main entrance to Bag End.
Oh, I wouldn't have the flowers arranged like this. I just keep moving.
I'm sure he's got some kind of great adventure for us. He's been on plenty of grand adventures.
Adventure? It's probably some trouble. I'm sure we're gonna get into loads of trouble. It's always trouble with a baggin'.
No, but adventure! It's exciting to explore.
Standing there upon the mat, you find yourself surrounded by distant relations. It seems as though Bilbo called for a collection of cousins to join him this evening. Just as one of you is about to ring the bell, the door is pulled open. And you see standing in the front hall none other than Master Baggins himself. He offers each of you an energetic greeting and quickly ushers you in with a plethora of welcomes, thank yous, and lovely see yous.
It's so pretty.
Before you can gather your wits about you, you've been swept into the warm embrace of Bag End and led into the parlor where a lovely fire, mugs of ale, plates of dainties, and several cushioned chairs and sofas offer a much-needed stop of rest and relaxation. Bilbo, a twinkle in his eye, ushers you into a seat, but takes none for himself. He leads you over this way.
All right, I'll sit on this sofa. I'll look around, kind of like eyeing all of the decor, and you can kind of tell that I'm very much judging everything that I see. But I remain silent.
Esmeralda kind of plops herself down on top of a trunk that's over by one side. Mr. Baggins, what do you have for us to do? Is it a great adventure? What do we have to do? Are we going somewhere? And she's sort of kind of like half bouncing on top of the trunk with excitement.
I'm sure he just invited us for supper.
Oh, that would be boring.
He places one hand behind his back and another in his vest pocket, standing tall to ensure he has your attention. You are all undoubtedly curious as to why I've called you here this evening. Well, he leans in, the firelight causing a twinkle in his eye to dance merrily. His hand sweeps from behind his back towards the parlor window. I am hoping you will partake in a little adventure. Nothing so grand as my own, I'm afraid. But in return for your aid, I will provide each of you with a place in my memoirs. A fair share of my eternal gratitude. He grabs a glass of wine off the table and takes a sip, pausing for effect. Now I know what you're thinking. There goes old Bilbo again, taking after that wizard Gandalf and sending you hobbits off into the blue. Well, I can assure you, it is nothing of the sort. Just a little trip to Michael Delving and back to recover what one might call a family heirloom from the Madam House. A map of the Shire, supposedly made by Old Chook himself, with all sorts of precious annotations. Now, I've sent many letters to the custodian, Malva Slowfoot, asking if I could have it back, even offering a fairly generous donation. But for some reason, she has provided no replies. So I thought we didn't need to tell her or her husband after all. We're talking about something that belongs to my grandfather, and that would not be out of place here in Bag End. Most of all, we needn't alert the pesky dog that the Slowfoots have set to guard the place. Sharp as a tack, that beast, and he sniffs me out every time I've come near. Besides, I know some of you place more value on local gossip than others, and even just being seen at night in the company of Mad Baggins might be enough to ruin your reputation forever. But for those of you with spirit, which I know you all have in spades, I'd have not called you here tonight. Won't you aid me on my errand of particular importance, my fellow conspirators?
You want me to get Great-Granddad's map? Of course I'll help. Esmeralda sort of sits forward on the trunk, almost kind of in danger of like scooting right off the edge of it. And she's just leaning forward, totally enraptured on Bilbo.
I mean,
Sounds
I knew coming here today that there would be a lot of trouble. But you're right. I can't be seen walking around here without some good reason. So I guess I'm in.
and this place is still in the Shire.
Yes, it is functionally the capital of the Shire. It is the seat of what little government there is.
Well, I guess it doesn't sound too dangerous.
Come on.
Well, I would invite you to leave after second breakfast tomorrow morning. You are welcome to sleep here. Take part in my fine establishment here. Of course, I'll provide food for you, and there are beds in the back. He pulls out a map of the Shire and shows you the path that he is wanting you to go on. He says, I want to keep this somewhat private between us on this adventure. So if you can follow this path, I think it will be the least likely to cause an uproar. If you head north from Bag End into Overhill, you can then turn west across the country for a few miles before crossing this shallow point in the water. Then after crossing Bywater Road, you could reach the East Road and set out west towards Waymeet. I would imagine you could spend the night at Waymeet, and then leave the next morning and arrive at Michael Delving the following night.
So stay
This is
off with the
quite the
roads?
adventure.
So he recommends going up this way
To Overhill.
from Overhill, and then cutting across a shallow area here,
Okay.
going down the road, crossing to there, two-way meet, and then the
Are
next
you
day,
showing
the
a map?
Michael
Because I
building.
don't see it.
Oh, if you go to the little toggle navigation up in the left-hand corner, you should be able to see the Shire map
Now I
and
can
click
see
on
it.
it.
Okay.
This will be an adventure. Going off
And
the
so
road?
this would take about 2 days of travel.
I guess while you are all planning all this tour, I'm just in the kitchen getting some snacks.
Seems dangerous, though.
Any particular reason to avoid the bridge in Hobbiton? Seems much shorter.
Well, we don't want it known that you're coming from Bag End to Michael Delving. That may cause all sorts of an uproar in the local gossip. You know the rumors of Mad Baggins. I get about all sorts of strange and curious things.
Esmeralda will look over at Rorimac. But don't you know the woods? This is fun. It'll be an adventure. We'll camp.
Yeah, it's all fun and games for the little ones, I suppose. Well, I'll keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me. I'm not that young.
Mr. Baggins, and when is Gandalf coming back?
You know the wizard. He comes and goes as he pleases, and never arrives earlier than he intends to or later than he wants to. Never tells me much of anything.
So what's in it for us, though? We're going...
Oh, like I said, a place in my memoirs and the chance for a great adventure.
You mean a chance for great trouble? This seems like a lot of hassle for just one map.
Oh,
Well,
come on, Ophelia. It'll be fun. Don't you know what fun is?
She kind of crosses her arms. This is not my version of fun.
Oh,
Fun
come
is
on.
having a party, a supper, some drinks.
Well, we'll get that before we leave. Mr. Baggins said we can eat and stay here for the night.
Well, before I head off to bed tonight, just wanted to let you know there are some equipment in the chest by the front door that you can grab on your way out. May prove useful in your adventures.
Oh.
And then he will head off towards his bed.
Esmeralda is going to beeline for that chest. She wants to know what he's got for them. Oil lamp, a roped arrow, a bow. Ooh.
Who's good at bows? I'm not bad. But I feel like there's
I've
someone
got 2
better.
points in bows.
Okay.
I feel lost.
Yeah.
Where did people go? What bow?
Back to the main entrance.
We're all
Right.
crowded around a chest, and if you double click it, it pops up what's in it.
Right here.
I grabbed an oil lamp.
I'm just checking the kitchen.
I guess I'll take the other oil lamp. And then there's a bedroom
Nice.
somewhere.
What is it?
Arrow.
I
You said there
found
was
one.
a chest at the entrance?
Oh, that's
Yes.
It's I've got my little thing circling around it, my cursor.
I think we took everything that was in there though.
yeah.
Oh.
Was 2 oil lamps, a bow, and arrow with rope put on it.
Mhm. Does anybody have higher than 2 proficiency with bows?
No.
I don't have any proficiency with bows. More of a sword person myself. For some reason.
I have bows on 2.
2. Okay.
I'm just busy opening all the doors and admiring the map. This is just Kylie speaking,
Oh, yeah.
not.
No, that's Lobelia scouting out the place.
Oh, I found the bathroom. Oh my god.
Ooh, I found food storage. Awesome.
Well, we know what kind of hobbit he is. Oh,
He's a
okay.
very wealthy hobbit.
Yeah, when you have a powerful ring, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
This is where he writes. Okay, sorry. Where's
You know,
the...
with half of the house in a hill, it's really hard to tell how big it is from the outside.
Mm.
It's true.
We're just doing all the stuff that Evan doesn't like.
I
Yeah,
am
we're on the
very aware that you were going to do this. That's why I spent so much time on the map. So
It's beautiful.
Because we're of course gonna run around Bag End. How could we not? It's too exciting.
Oh my goodness.
though Bilbo does look quite upset as you guys move through his bedroom on several occasions.
Oopsie.
I found the table. I just sit down on the table and eat.
I'm not sure where Bilbo's bedroom is, but I'm trying to find the bedrooms he mentioned.
I found one.
They are single bedroom on the map up to the north.
Okay.
I took it.
You guys all have to share a bed, but you're small, so it's okay.
It's a big bed. It's where Gandalf sleeps when he visits.
Well, I'm turning in. If we're gonna be adventuring tomorrow, best to get some sleep, eh? And I
Make
take
sure you put on your walking shoes.
the biggest, fluffiest pillow from the bed. I pick the best,
course she
the
does.
best one.
I think that Esmeralda will just grab some cheese and bread and munch on that, and then she's going to wander off to sleep as well. But she kind of tosses and turns because she's too excited to really fall asleep.
Okay. As morning arrives, the sun comes up. Bilbo has disappeared, but has laid out quite a fine breakfast and several dainties in the kitchen and the dining hall, and left a note that he'll return, but feel free to eat before leaving.
All right. I judge all the food that he's left out, and also the linens. I just look at them and I like pick one up with like just the tips of 2 fingers, just like barely holding on to it. This is how he treats his guests. And I just like set it down on the chair and like lay it out so I'm not sitting on the grimy chair, and I sit down and then eat the food, but you can tell it's like I'm definitely unhappy about what we're eating, and just munch away.
Esmeralda just grabs a bunch of the food and sort of plops down in a chair and just starts eating, and she's just looking so excited. Chipper and kind of like sort of like a little kid who's excited to do something. She's just kind of bouncing up and down in place, like vibrating on her chair. She's just ready to go.
I think it best that we follow to the road that he laid out for us. We don't need to bring any scandal to the neighborhood. Least of all, we don't need to bring my name into such scandalous behavior. So I agree we should probably keep this discreet.
Well, as long as we get to have fun. And do something for Mr. Baggins.
Plus, a little adventure only seems proper.
Yes.
Before we do anything, can we go around everyone's names? I don't
Yes.
know.
Known each other for years.
Related.
Since I don't
Yeah,
see
so
the
out of
names
character.
under anyone's token, I don't know who is who or what.
Well,
Yeah. Might help the audience. Yeah.
I forgot to enable that.
And I can add my name to, I don't know if they see us in here or not, but
Probably not.
I'm cheating. I'm looking to see the names or the tokens assigned to everyone, and then pulled up their tokens on the PDF. For
yeah,
their
right.
Characters.
I only
Yeah,
know
I'm
which one is
Esmeralda
me.
I will put names on the tokens in just a second. I have to remember where it is.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
You have to double right click and go to the I think it's next to the vision option.
Well, I suppose for the audience, though, we can do some introductions. I'm playing Paladin Took. And see, there I was, just minding my own business in Whitewell, when who should come trundling up the lane of my farm but young Esmeralda. Off to see cousin Bilbo she is, and I thought to myself, what a fine idea. What's wrong with a Took having a touch of fun before settling down to become a proper farmer? I'm still a tween myself. Why not set off responsibility for a season or two and honor my great grandfather with a bit of adventure? Esmeralda
I'm
being...
Yeah, go ahead. Brother and sister, right?
Yep.
Yep. Esmeralda being the younger of the two. Oh, this is going to be delightful. A true Baggins adventure right here, set out by the master of Bag-End himself. Yes, I know I'm technically here because Great Aunt Lalia wanted me to make sure that Mad Baggins didn't stir up any nonsense, and more likely to get me out of Tookborough for a few days after that to-do at her birthday party last year. But that wasn't my fault, and truth be told, I plan on coming back with a good story or two in my pocket. In fact, I've no doubt I have more yarns to spin than Gamma Rosa keeps by that creaking old rocker of hers. So, I am Esmeralda Took, the great-granddaughter of the old Took. Still in my tweens, and I was about 5 years old when Bilbo left on his great adventure. So, little lore for you.
I feel
I don't
like
know how old I am.
I think it says at the top of your character sheet.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I think Esmeralda's the youngest at 24.
Huh.
I'm 27, so not too much
40.
older.
I
Yeah, we're
don't
the babies of the group.
I don't like how you said I'm 40. Like that was a really bad thing. You're offending people
For
on
a
the
hobbit,
street.
still young.
I mean, I am 40, so it makes sense.
You're all youngsters. I'm 58.
So who else is going to do their intros? Come on.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, yeah, you guys did such a good job. Now there's like pressure. Ugh. All right. Can you believe the gall of that brandy buck? Oh, he calls himself a Baggins, but no right and proper Baggins would run off with a pack of mad dwarves and a half-cracked wizard into the blue, let alone have the audacity to show his face over a year later with a pony full of gold and pretend everything is just right as rain. Ugh, I'll not have it, I tell you. And I'll not have him bringing any more undue scandal to the proper people of the Shire. He's up to something, calling tooks and brandbucks to Bag End for something nasty, some nasty, troublesome business, no doubt. And that's me. I'm Lobelia. I have yet to marry Otho Saxville Baggins, and I'm like 40 years old. I think I was 42. To be precise. But I have seen my ambition to enter Bag End as the rightful owner already disappeared once when Bilbo returned from an adventure we didn't think he would be coming back from. So I might be a little salty.
All right. All those dragon tales and children's stories aren't without some truth, I tell ya. Mad Baggins is up to something, and I mean to find out what. Plain and proper he was before that wizard dragged him off into the blue, only to plop him back down over a year later with a pack full of gold and a twinkle in his eye. I'm not judging him, mind you. We Bucklanders get called strange enough by these stiff Westfarding hobbits, but if Baggins is up to some new strangeness, I mean to witness it firsthand and see what's going on for myself. Myself being Rorimac Brandybuck.
Nice.
What
Who's left?
What would Rory be to me? Because we have the same name.
Oh,
I believe you are
yeah,
siblings.
yes, brother of Primula.
Okay. So
I
Not
am
quite
Primula.
yet master of Buckland.
I should also note that Esmeralda Took will eventually become Meriadoc Brandybuck's mother. So, this is Mary's mom. You're watching go giddy with excitement over an adventure.
And I'm Peregrine Perry. No, Pippin. My
Peregrine
goodness.
Pippin.
I said my name, I could not think Pippin. Peregrine. Pippin's father.
Let's see. Primula Brandybuck. It's quite proper that Drogo and I head back to the Bag End for a bit. We've not seen his uncle Bilbo since Drogo promised to marry me right there in front of everyone under the party tree. Dear Drogo may be stiff at times, but he's got a touch of his uncle in him. Rory's coming along, sure as ever, convinced that something strange is afoot. Esmeralda is convinced that we're gonna find a dragon or something. As for Lobelia, well, the less he said it, the better. Someone's gotta keep a level head in this whole affair. I think I'm the only one fit for the job. Seems that I am the cousin of Bilbo and future mother of Frodo.
Oh.
Frodo's mom.
Perfect. So I
Seems
finished.
like their parents had quite adventurous lives too.
I finished my my food and drink. I kind of take a roll for the road, put it in my bag, and stand up from the table. Well, are we ready to be off? Where is the mad Baggins anyway?
Well, he seems to have gone out. We've taken the things from the trunk. I guess we can be on our way.
I shall
No
put a
sense
bag
dawdling.
with
Why we
food-
need to wait for
food
him.
for the. I shall put a bag with food for the road.
Yeah, Esmeralda will grab a few hard cheeses, and if there's any sort of sausage or anything, she'll grab that and some bread. Gotta have something
Don't
for
forget the carrots.
11sies.
They're good walking snacks.
Oh, did anybody bring any tea leaves? Maybe we could boil something on the road. Anyone have a kettle?
I was just gonna say, I think we're gonna have to bring a kettle.
I got some different leaves.
Good farthing leaf.
I put a couple of saucepans and things to cook and spoons.
Perfect.
His pack is just getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, Primula, as you leave
Yes.
Bag End with the door open, you notice as the door closes behind you.
Whoa, behind me.
Behind
But
you.
I'm inside. There we go. On its own,
On its own, seemingly.
I just scream and turn back. Whoa!
What's
I guess-
wrong?
I guess Gandalf is playing us a trick or something.
Gandalf, but he hasn't been here in years. You think he left something, Mr. Bilbo, to play with?
I don't know. Maybe this house is enchanted. And the door closed on its own.
Oh, that's delightful. I wish I'd seen it. I should have been slower to leave the house.
You are too eager to meet these dragons.
Well, it's adventure. I want to be like Mr. Bilbo.
So the morning is bright and clear, perfect for a nice walk about the Shire. As you guys move north through Overhill, you notice that the water in the river has become considerably swifter than normal, thanks to the recent rain. And the shallow ford where Bilbo instructed you to cross looks to be more treacherous than he described.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Wait, how far are we?
Appears to be our first obstacle.
A couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
As a fellowship, excuse me.
Well, I do have an arrow that has some rope tied to it. It was in that chest Mr. Bilbo gave us.
So he knew, is what you're saying.
Calm down now. Just let's look around for easy place to cross before we go haywire. So, I guess.
I'd like to
Give me a scan roll.
I was going to say, I'd like to scan the area, see if there's anything that looks easier to cross in the vicinity, or if there's a way to get up or across this without too much trouble. So I scan. So I got to beat a 12.
That is a success and a great success.
Woohoo.
So almost as if it was glowing on the other side of the river, you see a hollow log that would be enough to fit all 5 of you, lightly bobbing in the water, stuck in some brambles on the side of the river. It is on the opposite side from you, though.
Oh, it's on the opposite side. I point it out and say, well, that looks like it could fit all of us, but how do we get it over here?
We can use that rope.
The arrow with the rope on it.
If that doesn't work, we can start supper while the children play.
Well, should I shoot it?
I say give it a shot. Sounds
All right.
Give me a bow's roll.
I will attempt to shoot it with the bow.
We do have the other end of the rope fastened to something, so we're not just gonna launch a rope across, right?
Well, I was assuming someone could hold the end of it while I shoot the arrow.
Fair enough.
Someone stronger than me, though, because, I mean, I'm not really good at that.
I'll hold the end of it.
All right. Thanks.
Alrighty.
All right, so here we go.
Oops.
That's a failure.
So, as you fire, the arrow sails across and strikes a rock nearby, breaking the tip of the arrow off.
Oh,
There goes
Just,
that idea.
Just a
Drat.
little off.
Well, you can pull it back.
I need to practice.
Maybe we can fix the arrow.
All right.
Maybe.
Can you get it,
How many
Paladin?
arrows do we have, just for
Just
out
the
of
one.
curiosity?
Just the
Just one arrow.
And did you guys are aware of the hope mechanic, right? Where you can burn a hope
Yes,
to add 1d. Okay.
I did forget about it, though, so
Yeah. So anytime you want to add 1d to your roll, you can just hit the hope thing. It'll subtract a hope from you, and you can add an extra roll to your.
Where does
roll.
it count hope?
Cool.
Oh, here's my hopes. Okay.
Now, how do I
Here's my hopes and dreams.
tell it to do that? When I click it, does it ask me for hopes?
It should
Yeah.
ask you for hope when you go to roll.
Ah, yes, it does. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Oh, and if you get
Alright.
support. Okay, cool. Is that like helping, right? Like someone
Yes.
can help you?
Cool.
Correct.
Thank you. Learning new things
Mhm.
and trying to remember all the new things. All right.
So the water looks definitely fordable,
Mhm.
but perhaps it would be less dangerous for some than others.
Okay, give me the rope here.
All right. Do you think? Are you gonna try to swim across, or?
Swim. I will walk like a proper hobbit.
There you go.
Somebody hold the other end of the rope.
I guess I.
I'll hold the end of the rope.
I
So, Bart, if you can give me an athletics roll, and you can get help. You have that security of the rope.
Does that change any of the roll I need to do, or?
It gives you so you should be able to.
Oh,
So it gives
support
you
from a
plus one.
companion.
Yep.
See and roll.
It's beautiful dice.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh, there
That
you
is
go.
a great success, and you even do it with a bit of flair
Ooh.
as you almost prance between a few of the standing rocks that are visible, and as you come to a deeper channel, dive into it and come up on the other side right next to the log. You're able to jump in if you would like and be pulled back across.
I just huff under my breath. Ugh, show off.
Oh. I think what I'll do instead is tie the rope to a tree or other nice thing on this end.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get on the log and pull my way back with the log.
Okay. You managed to get to the other side.
All right.
So are you fastening the rope to the other side so we can all just kind of like pull our way along
Pull
the
it.
rope?
Yep, that's the idea.
Well, it does look like we're all gonna get a little bit wet, but should be safe enough.
Well, he brought the log back. I suppose those who don't want to be wet could stay on the inside. It is
I'm
hollow, after all.
I am definitely staying in the log. And I take a seat like right in the middle so none of my skirts get all wet. And I just sit down very proper. I'm ready. Someone help me across, please.
This log can fit all of us, you said?
Correct.
Okay. Esmeralda's going to hop on top of the log where Rormak is and grab hold of the rope. I'm ready. Let's go. Oh.
Okay. Takes a few minutes, and there's a couple worrying spots where the log almost rolls, but you get across, and only one of you is wet as you hit the road on the other side, the Bywater Road.
Woohoo.
Good job. Good job.
We did it.
You can begin moving down the East Road, or to the East Road.
How far? Down here?
So the goal is to get to Waymeet by nightfall.
So, what time is it by the time we make it to the road?
It's late afternoon, time for first dinner at least. You feel like you probably have time to, those of you who have pipes, smoke a little bit of pipe weed and relax. It's definitely not a hard-pressed journey to make it there by nightfall.
Okay.
I guess we can make a fire.
I pull us to the side of the road, maybe under a nice tree, and maybe set up for our dinner. Did anybody bring any firewood or anything to start a fire?
Oh, no?
I mean,
But,
I got some cooking supplies, so I guess I got some sort of like thing to start a fire. I don't know, flint and steel kind of thing. I don't know.
It would definitely be believable that you would have a flint and steel with you. Whether you would have firewood maybe a different.
Yeah,
these
we have to.
These trees are fairly well kept in the area.
Well, we probably
I'll go
don't.
look.
Well, do we really want to start a fire on somebody else's property? I feel like that, we're trying not to make a
Well,
scene.
we don't wanna-
And it's probably not keeping it too low key if we start a fire out here. But it does make it more problematic to get a good meal in.
True. I did bring a lot of cheese and bread.
That's true. You don't need a fire for cheese and bread. But what about? I guess did we already bring some pre-cooked meat?
You mean some cured meats? I
They're
grabbed
there,
some of
yeah.
the hard meats.
I suppose we could do that.
Okay.
Unless.
Oh boy.
What are
No.
you thinking?
But what about the tea? Because cold brew takes a while.
Well, maybe we'll have to content ourselves with some tea when we get to Waymeet.
Probably.
Oh well.
I guess we start making some sandwiches or something like that.
Gotta be honest, this adventuring is harder work than I thought it'd be.
But look at where we are.
We can always go back.
We haven't even seen a dragon yet. Come on, we have to go forward.
I don't think there's
Is
gonna
there-
be a dragon in this road, dear.
Of course.
But you never know.
Is there anything or any
Maybe one
people
decided to come to Hobbiton.
on the road at all? DM? GM?
There are occasional carts moving through with produce and stuff, but not a whole lot.
Anybody we recognize? Should we hide?
Half the
Nobody
Shire, probably.
specifically. The Shire is a pretty tight-knit community, so you've probably seen a couple of your cousins going by, but nobody that you're close with.
Okay.
Wouldn't it have been easier to have a cart and a horse to do this? A pony?
So as a hobbit, you would know moving around with a cart and a pony without produce to move around is kind of a big deal that people would take notice of. Because that's a very, very high-end kind of sign of wealth that you have something like that, not specifically for work. And the attempt is to stay low-key.
Right.
There's more adventure to be had on foot. Can go over the hills, cut through some of the back trails through the fields.
Or we can just stick to the road.
Oh, so boring, Lobelia.
Once we finish
The
eating,
road is safe.
once we finish
Safe.
eating, and I see that most everybody else has finished eating, I just start walking down the road. Whether they follow me or not, I don't really care.
Esmeralda sort of skips along, using her stick to whack at tall weeds with foofy seeds on the top, sending them scattering everywhere. Runs off the trail occasionally to smell a particularly pretty flower. Is just sort of full of energy and excited about the adventure the whole time.
To be young.
More like naive, but yes.
So as the shadows start to stretch and the sun is going down, you arrive at Waymeet. It's quite active for an evening. The tables are still set outside the Walking Party Inn and still occupied for the most part, thanks to the fair weather and lengthening daylight hours. The locals are polite, though very curious about what brings a crowd of hobbits so diverse this far west at such a late hour.
Looking to expand our culinary knowledge.
Okay, give me a riddle.
Riddle, there it is. Click and roll. Let's go.
Nice.
So you're able to basically talk circles around these other hobbits and tell them nothing about what you're actually doing, but make them feel like they are almost taking part of your adventure.
Nice. Good job.
Looking for new recipes, trying new alcohols, and you guys have such excellent meat over here.
Several of them actually bring up tankards of ale to hand you for you to drink because of your great storytelling.
Oh, how wonderful! Thank you.
Nice quarts of mead, I guess. They do not come in pints this far west.
I guess I start singing my adventures, my stories. I mean,
On the table.
Okay.
You hop on the table, start dancing.
yep, on the table singing the stories.
Esmeralda would definitely join you in that.
Let's go.
I move away from the group and sit quietly, find a proper seat, and sit quietly, kind of trying to blend in with the background and make it seem like I'm not a part of that that mess of a party.
Okay. It is a somewhat rowdy evening as the ale flows and great stories are shared.
I also tried.
Mostly gossip inside the Shire.
Oh, I was gonna say, while they're busy like doing, their thing, I would like to also try to talk to other people. You said it's like busier than usual, right?
Busier than usual for this time over the last couple months because this is spring.
Okay.
So normally by this time it's gotten cold. Everybody's left because these tables are all outside, left to go home to the warmth. But as the night is still relatively warm, they are outside.
Okay. Well, since there's a lot of people, I'm just gonna kind of try to mingle with other people and see if I can get any tidbits of gossip or anything that's happened around the Shire. I'm nosy. I'm a little nebby.
So you do find some people talking about a rumor that in Michael delving around the Matham house, there's been reports of almost a haunting where things are being knocked over. The dog is barking at what appears to be nothing. The sheep that live nearby the Matham house getting upset late in the night, even though nothing is around to upset them.
It definitely piques my interest, but I play it off as like, oh, that's poppycock. That could never happen. Ghosts in the Shire? No. But I keep trying to like get as much information about it as I can also at the same time while kind of dismissing the hauntings.
Okay. So as the sun is fully down, darkness is starting to set in. People begin leaving to go back to their homes.
So we probably need to find rooms here.
Well, we are at the inn, right? So
Mhm. Anybody got money?
So you guys are well-known families in the Shire for the most part. Theoretically, if you wanted to, you could potentially leverage that name, and they would, collect from the family at a later date.
Gotcha. I would definitely do that. That definitely sounds like something Lobelia would do.
Mr. Baggins, you can put it on his tab.
Oh, that's true.
I think the point was
But-
to not get
Associated with him.
yeah, that's true.
Not drag Bilbo into it.
Not drag you
think-
into Bilbo's business, I think, is the main,
Yeah, right.
main idea.
I
You
would
don't want to drag Bilbo's name out.
I would step forward and be, offer. I don't know what my family does, but
I don't know. My sheet says that I'm poor, so I don't think I'll be the one paying.
I think
Well-
Esmeralda would definitely help persuade them to stay. She would come forward and just be very, very excitable, very eager, explaining that she's on a grand adventure and they're going to stay the night. And it would be ever so great if they could just send the bill to her family for the evening's meal and stay. Just
Oh,
kind of
well,
be very.
I would love to have you young adventurous hobbits stay the night, but unfortunately, all my rooms are rented out. We have a group of pipeweed merchants moving
Oh.
through onto Lock Bottom that they took all the last of the rooms. And if you're looking for somewhere warm to sleep, though, there's a farmer nearby by the name of Baldo Bunt. He may have somewhere for you to sleep, though.
Perhaps a hayloft?
Usually, I'm not sure. He doesn't talk much, but he has let a few adventurers stay with him. And he points out the window of the inn. He's over there at that table.
do I
sort
believe
of-
that all the rooms are actually taken up, or is it that this person doesn't want to serve us?
So you see about
Inside
15
room?
other hobbits in this the common room of the inn, which is more than you've ever seen in
Okay.
this place before, that are all smoking what smells to be some very high-end
Okay.
pipe weed.
Just
blowing
double checking.
circles. And
Nobody looks
Inside
down on
room.
me. Anyway.
I think Esmeralda would look over. You said he was at a table in the inn?
he is outside still, but
Oh,
at one of
outside.
the
Oh.
tables outside.
I think she'd be like, I'm going to go say hi. And she's going to dart off to go say hello to this farmer. What did you say his name was again, Evan?
His name is Baldo Buns.
Baldo Bunce.
Oh, we better not
I
let
think she
her.
would kind of.
We better
She's going
not
to kind
let
of
her go
skip
by
up to his
herself.
table. Mr. Bunce!
I rush
Mr.
over.
Bunce,
So
I have a question.
as you walk up to him, you see he is quite downtrodden. Looks pretty
Oh.
tired and frustrated. Maybe drinking his sorrows away. He's like, what can I do for you?
Mr. Bunce, I had a question, but are you all right?
I've just been not sleeping very well. Have this owl that's been bothering my donkey in the barn for the last several nights, and I can't get it to go away, and it keeps bothering her.
An owl is bothering your donkey?
That's a quite large owl.
Well, I was going to ask if you had a place for me and my friends to stay the night. We're going on a bit of an adventure in the Shire, but perhaps we could help.
Well, I mean, if you could take care of that owl, I'd definitely let you sleep in the barn with the donkey.
Oh, that
With
sounds
the
lovely.
donkey.
Let me go speak to my friends. See if we can't help you out with that problem. And she's just gonna spin around in a swirl of her little petticoats and rush back into the inn. And she'll kind of come up to the table.
I was gonna say, and you run straight into me, who is hurrying to follow you in case you start something or say something untoward to the gentleman. And I look at you, I'm like, "What now? What are you doing, girl?"
Oh, Lobelia, come! And she's gonna just take your arm and just like drag you back into the inn, over to the table. Oh, it's the best thing ever. Everyone, listen. He needs some help. If he'll let us stay the night in his barn, but his donkey is being harassed by a very large owl. He'd like us to help him. Can we? It's such an adventure. It's not a dragon, but a large owl? Just think of it.
A large owl? That could probably be the dragon then.
I know. I mean, it's probably half my size.
Maybe
Can
double
we?
your size.
Maybe. Oh, wouldn't that be exciting if it was as big as I am? It'd have to be to harass a donkey. Well, can we help him, please? It'd be ever so much fun, and he'll let us stay the night in his barn if we do.
I mean, if he gives us a place to stay.
Oh, yay! Come on, what do you say? Paladin?
I think it sounds like an excellent idea.
Oh, good. Mr. Brandybuck?
Yes.
Okay,
Lobelia?
but only if you volunteer to sleep next to the donkey. And I just walk out of the room.
I get the feeling she's not going to be the most help in this owl adventure.
No, she's a bit of a stick in the mud. Why's she
I
even
think she's
on
the
the
mud.
adventure? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go tell him we say yes. And she's going to swish around and go back outside. We're going to do it. We'll help you get rid of this owl that's bothering your donkey.
Oh,
When does it usually come?
It never leaves. That's the problem.
Oh.
Let me go pay for your meals, and then we'll head right out.
Wonderful. We're ready.
He walks into the inn, and you see him exchange some coin with the innkeep, and then comes back out. If you want to follow me, we'll head right there.
Wonderful. Lead the way. And she kind of takes her little traveling walking stick and is just like ready to go.
Okay. So it's a few minute walk outside of the main town. You arrive at his farm, and I don't mean to be rude, but I've paid for your meals, and I'll let you sleep in the barn, so that owl better be gone by morning. And he points you to the barn, but I'm going inside because I need my rest. I haven't slept in days, it seems.
We'll do our best, sir. And she salutes with her stick. And she puts the stick on her shoulder. Shall we to the barn?
You set the stick on your shoulder, you hear a very eerie hoot ring out of the barn. And the tiny mule that you can see through the barn door stands up from where it was laying.
Let's go. And she just heads off for the barn.
Do we have a plan of sorts, or are we just gonna get in there and wing it?
I don't do plans.
Yeah, fair enough. Who wants a plan?
I think
I
you
do
noticed.
feel a little unprepared, as I don't think I have a weapon at all, or any sort of way to defend myself. But it's fine. We don't need to kill an owl. We can just figure something out.
I
Before we walk, sorry.
I was gonna say before we walk in, I'd like to just scan the outside of the barn, like maybe do a loop around, see like if there's other ways in and out, or like I don't know, just see if there's anything.
Yes, so there's the main entrance, which is a larger double door that could fit a cart pretty easily, and then there on two of the three other sides there are hobbit-sized doors.
Can I like break away from the rest of them and maybe like stealth my way into the barn from one of the other doors just to see? I don't know. I want to like do it quietly, and I feel like Esmeralda will not be doing this quietly. So I want to kind of break away from her and just kind of stake out the situation without anybody noticing me.
Okay.
Esmeralda
Esmeralda, are
straight
you
for the cart doors?
Yep. That's what I thought. So if you want to give me a stealth at -1.
Stealth at minus
Because you're having to be quick about being quiet.
While she's doing
Beat
that,
her
can I look for some good throwable rocks?
Yeah, there is a whole bunch of throwable rocks all around.
Good, I'll gather a bunch.
Okay. And you are Rorimac, correct, Bard?
Yes.
Are we able to go into the barn first?
So Paladin would have absolutely stuck with Esmeralda going in there. Should I also roll a stealth?
Yes, at -1.
It might.
Or no,
okay, I thought that was just for Kylie.
Yeah, I think that was just for me.
Well, anybody that's trying to sneak in front of Kirsty needs to roll a stealth at -1.
Nope, I'm not sneaking.
Yeah, I'll.
Oh, never mind. I'm not sneaking. Then I'm just sticking with you.
Okay.
How do I do -1? The penalty bonus die?
Correct.
So I just click. I see. -1. Roll. Oh no, I didn't stealth.
Okay. So, Lobella, as you sneak in through this door, which is slightly cracked in, you slide in. Pramila comes behind you, and you just hear, and the owl just looks at both of you as you come in.
How big is this owl?
It's almost as big as a small hobbit. So it's about just under 3 feet tall.
So about the size of
Probably Esmeralda sized.
yeah, about Esmeralda size,
Yeah.
yeah.
So about when do I get to these big doors to open them?
So as you're walking up, you're maybe 5-10 feet out. You hear that other door open,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see as the owl's head flips over right as you come up to the doors.
Well, she's just gonna open them. Go into the
They
barn.
were already open.
Oh, they were open. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. She's gonna walk in. Wow, you are a big one. Why are you harassing that donkey?
You see as its head goes to you and then goes to the donkey and it hoots. And then comes
None
back
of that
to you.
now.
Does it look like
Come on.
it has like a nest or like, I don't know. I'm thinking it's maybe got like babies or something. That's why it doesn't want to leave. So that's what I'm looking for.
Give me a scan.
I would like also to look for some tools or anything in the barn to to shoot the owl.
There's some. There are a few scythes on the side, and then the threshing stick as well. So, Labella, you look around and you see this barn is very well kept. No nest, and this owl is just sitting on one of the cross members, almost right above the donkey.
Mm-hmm. So no No eggs, no nest, and it's just sitting there. It's not like guarding something?
Not that you can see.
Strange.
So it's up high in the barn right now? Above where the donkey is?
Relatively, it's like 6 feet in the air.
Does it look like I could climb up there?
Oh boy.
Yeah, you could definitely climb up there if you would like. Well,
Yes,
you
I
can
would
try
like to try.
anyways.
I would
Okay.
like to try.
Give me an athletic.
Okay. And I would like to use my what is it called? The distinctive feature of eager
Mhm.
to help me out with
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
So if I'm remembering correctly, that gives me 2 bonus dice if I spend a hit point, correct?
A hope point, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. See.
Ooh, beautiful.
Success! Yes!
Very good.
So you managed to get up there, climb the truss, and you're now sitting on the cross member, just a couple feet from the owl, who is staring quite intently at you.
I'm walking in just as that happens with my pockets full of rocks and looks up and, oh lord.
Now see here, Mr. Owl. And she'll get up to stand like as close as eye to eye as she can with it. You need to leave that donkey alone. And she's shaking her little stick at it.
I look at
Not
the
nice to wake people up in the middle of the night.
I look at the donkey. Is the donkey
Give me a
weird?
courtesy roll. The donkey looks tired, but looks to be a normal small donkey.
Ooh.
Automatic
That is
success.
an automatic success. So you see as the owl turns towards the donkey, hoots, the donkey neighs back, and then the owl takes off and flies out of the barn door right over Bard's head.
Well, that was easy. Maybe.
I just run out the barn to see what it's flying to.
You watch it for a little while, but then it disappears into the darkness over the fields to the north.
She'll just kind of put her hands on her hips. Sometimes all folks need is a little bit of reminding about the niceties in life. And she'll climb back down and go over and just pat the donkey. Now you
Give
can
me
sleep.
another athletics as you're climbing down.
Yes.
I guess we need to close all the doors so it doesn't come back in again.
Okay, you make it down safely.
Where are all these rolls when
And
you're
then
playing
she'll just go over and pat the
5e?
donkey.
Like what? All your successes are here in.
I know. I can't roll well at all when I play 5e. I fail all the time.
Oh, why?
Well, I have been using hope points. So I have been using my
Okay.
hope points to get some on these because she's not particularly athletic. So
Ah.
I'm rolling with her hope points because she is so like just eager to do things and get going, and so she's just gonna use up all that hope to just pull things along. And so she'll just go over and pat the donkey and give its face a little scritch. Now you can sleep.
It sort of nuzzles you before laying back down in the straw.
Oh, that's a good donkey. Well, shall we sleep? That was quite the adventure. That owl was as big as I was. Not quite a dragon, but oh, I'll have some good stories to tell. Wuramak, do you think that Saradoc would be impressed? I stood up to an owl.
That was very impressive.
Yes, impressive. I'm looking at all of the different like piles of hay and whatever, and I'm gonna try to find the cleanest, softest looking area that I can lay. I'm gonna pull out. I have like just one little tiny handkerchief, but I'm gonna put it down and use that as like a pillow. And I'm gonna find my spot and make sure it's the best spot in the barn.
Yep. So there is a little raised platform that has some bales of straw and stuff, and some of them have been sort of spread out to work as a makeshift bed. Looks like it's not uncommon for this farmer to house travelers.
I mean, what farmer hasn't spent a night in the barn before?
Well, surely not I. And
I'm sure Paladin will feel. I'm sure Paladin will feel quite at home in the barn.
I guess
Yeah,
we look
Aurora
for
might too.
comfy haystacks.
Rormak, with his rustic approach to everything, will just plop down in a random location and probably have the best sleep of his in a while.
So the night passes uneventfully. A few minutes after you guys start to wake up and hear the rooster crow, you see Farmer Bunce walk in and, well, glad to see the owl's gone and appreciate the effort. Thank you, but I'm going to have you ask you guys to leave because I have farming to do and, can't be having you here all alone without somebody to make sure you're not getting in any trouble because, you venturing types tend to cause trouble.
Well, that owl just needed a reminding of courtesy. Need to remember that it's not nice to wake people in the middle of the night. And we'll be on our way. We have things to do. We're heading to Michael Delving.
as she keeps talking, I'm pushing her out of the barn. Trying to prevent her from spoiling everything. And I just am kind of trying to talk over her almost. So thank you so much for your generosity, and like just lots of thank yous and howdy do's and pushing her out the door.
Ophelia? Thank you for the adventure. It wasn't a dragon, but it was fun.
He looks at you very concerned and knuckles down on his walking stick as he watches you guys walk down the path to the road.
All right.
Looks like our names are gone again.
It might be just on this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you fixed the tokens on the previous, but not on. So it works on every page. You have to fix it through the
Yeah.
the actual character sheet.
Yep. So it's a relatively uneventful day. As you move down the road at a not a bad pace for a group of hobbits walking.
What about second
but definitely,
breakfast?
yeah, you definitely have time to stop for all of your breakfasts and
11
whatnot.
Z's.
Yes.
Second breakfast.
And it is approaching evening as you arrive. You pass the spot where a southward path leads off the main course of the East Road, just as the sun sets and the first stars begin to reveal themselves. Ahead, you get a good look at Michael Delving upon the White Town. Quite a bit larger than Hobbiton, it is a tightly packed collection of homes built of wood, brick, and stone, and the occasional hobbit hole. But as the last of its people go about their evening business, your eye cannot help but be drawn to the massive smile on the side of the great cobblestone thoroughfare running through the center of town, the town hall, seat of the mayor of the Shire. But more important to your business is what lies south of the town hall. On an adjacent hillock, not quite so tall and green, it is a large wooden building with a great red and green round door that is connected to the main road by way of a small stone path. This is the Matham House, the museum of the Shire, your destination. As candles flicker to life behind the windows and the hobbit folks settle in for the evening, you notice a handful of hobbits carrying stout cudgels with tiny lanterns strolling about. Bounders, undoubtedly making their usual rounds, best to avoid them, though lest your mischief be discovered and thwarted.
So, one thing, as we're walking into town, I would recount the rumors that I heard to the group, just saying that there is a nasty rumor about some sort of haunting or it's disturbing dogs. It's making a right mess of the place. I know, I don't believe that, but I'm sure there's something causing the dogs to bark, so perhaps we should be on our guard.
A haunting? Oh, that sounds like a delightful adventure. Do you think there's any truth to it?
No, not at all. But something
Oh.
must be causing the dogs to bark.
Well,
Maybe
maybe we can find out what's doing
house.
that. Perhaps. Just needs reminding.
Maybe we'll have another adventure today as well.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
So many mini adventures inside of our adventure for Mr. Baggins.
So there's people doing rounds, right? So
Right.
we should probably try to be
Founders, which are effectively security.
right. So we should probably try to be stealthy.
Are they around the Mathom house?
They're moving about the whole area. There's
Okay.
not many of them. I will need a stealth check from each of you as you guys move through this area.
Has Esmeralda been here before?
I would say you've been to Michael Delvane at least once.
Okay.
You're vaguely familiar with the layout of the town, but not something that you would be not something you would know super familiarly.
Okay. Yeah, Kylie? 100%. Why can't I roll like this when I do 5e?
I know. I keep looking at your rolls and I'm like,
24.
Jesus. Meanwhile,
know.
when we do the
Nuts.
one shots every month, it's like crit fail this, crit fail that.
Yep. One. The paladin can't hit anything.
So far, 3 good stealth.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. See, 4 passes for stealth. Josh, you did a hidden roll. I can't see the result. That is also a success. So everybody succeeds.
Wow.
Nice.
So you're
No.
able to
Hmm?
make it through. And so the Matham House is southwest of you, down the main road across the river.
Oh, I love this map too. Did you make this map?
Kirsty got me this map, and I put all the walls and lights and stuff in it.
Ooh, it's pretty.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't have a vision on my token.
Which one is you? Permillion?
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
it's just dark
so
around
you
me.
don't have a lamp. The people who have lamps
Ah, right.
should stay with the rest of the
Um,
people so that everybody can see.
Oops. Oopsie.
It's dark out.
I see
My
Rory
bad.
going one way, and
Mm-hmm.
are we
So-
splitting the fellowship so early?
Matham
Oh,
House is
well-
over here.
Where's over here?
Come on, this way. This way.
Oh, okay.
Coming.
I'll stay in the back since I also have a lamp.
Okay. So as you move up to the Matham House,
So sneaky with lights, apparently.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more that we look casual.
okay. So you arrive at the Matham House.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody looks to be around. There are some lights on inside, but you don't see anybody moving around inside.
Alright. So there are windows.
There are windows. Most of them are on the back side. There is one next to the main door.
Lobelia, come this way.
Okay,
I
I
think I'd like
follow
to
her.
look through and use my keen-eyed
Okay.
distinctiveness.
There is a window right there that you would be able to see.
Look, there's a window.
There's a couple windows.
And those beds are actually shelves stacked with stuff.
Oh.
Not
Whoa,
actual
look at all
beds.
this stuff in there.
What's in this one?
Do you see any other windows?
There's a couple here.
Do we know where the map is supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't think he said. But I think it would be on prominent display. It's from Old Took, after all.
Primula, if you could give me a scan roll as you move past that area that you just went by.
Sure.
Here, I'll stay nearby. I'm the one with the lamp, so I would be trying to help you guys look in, see if you can see anything.
So as
Ooh.
you walked by this area
Whoa.
here, you noticed a door that looked like it went to perhaps an underground cellar.
Oh, over here.
I try to make like hand signals. Hey, hey, hey. I found a door.
A door.
I was wondering
that's
what those
exciting.
squiggly lines were.
I thought it made it so you couldn't see them. I guess I missed that.
It's okay.
It's the elevator.
I guess Paladin just went
I-
through the door on it. Or
I don't
maybe
think
he
I
did
should
it on
have
purpose. I
clicked
don't
it.
know. No,
No,
that's
If
you
if you
entering.
click it, it's automatic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If you go on
Can
that-
we-
you could-
can we open the cellar door? Someone with a little bit of
Yes.
brawn,
So
perhaps?
Paladin and Romeric have already opened the door and gone in.
Okay,
Oh no.
Come on.
and then let's
There's
go.
a set of stairs leading down.
Right.
Strange how I have to walk with the paladin to keep him safe in this adventure too.
You see casks of ale, crates and shelves
mugs?
of hard cheese, and
We have-
no mugs.
I don't know. No, we didn't bring mugs. We have pans and spoons.
Look at all the ale.
You also don't have any taps, unfortunately.
Here I am. Okay.
That's just what a minor problem.
Is this a hallway?
I can. No. It is a hallway.
Okay.
I hope we find another lamp, because I am in the dark.
Me too.
Wait, I have a lamp. Who has
Okay.
the other lamp?
Thank you.
I have one.
I should.
I'll take the rare for now, I guess.
Okay.
Lobelia.
You're back up. I'm backing up. Here I am.
Okay.
I'm back here.
Sorry, my sheet keeps popping up and on me. Okay, there we go.
Everybody can see.
Yes, we're good.
We should probably get one of the lanterns up front. Maybe keep one in the back.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the back. I get too
Up
curious and
upstairs.
I'm like, ah.
More stairs,
That is a ladder.
Okay.
Does
obviously.
Does anyone know where it is in here? Did Mr.
No.
Baggins tell any of you?
No.
No.
I
Can
suppose it wouldn't be
I-
much of an adventure if we just knew where it was.
Can I
True.
recall any, like, I don't know, rumors or anything from about the map in this house, or
So there's several maps and paper goods in Madam House. Madam House is sort of like a museum almost. Hobbits will go there to see cool stuff from the history of the Shire. So it could be probably in the main room. It could theoretically be anywhere in the building.
Okay.
Let's just have a look around. I'm sure we'll find it before too long.
So you guys
We
going
might
up the
find
ladder?
Some other interesting things.
Looks like.
There's a trap door at the top, so I need a stealth roll from whoever goes up first. So Rorimac.
Yep.
and you can use your hope. So, you know.
I can't use that
Okay.
post failing, I
You
guess.
cannot use it post, unfortunately. So as you sort of shoulder into this trapdoor and push it up, and you hear as some pottery falls to the ground and breaks as you come up.
Oh boy. I'm just shaking my head in the back.
I'm gonna listen for any noise anywhere else or anything.
You hear a tippy tap.
Close the thing again.
Okay.
Just sit.
A few moments later, you hear a sniffing sound above you.
Dogs.
Dog.
Esmeralda,
Close it again.
do you still have any of that cured meat left? Perhaps we could offer it, a peace offering to the puppers.
And she'll like open up her little satchel. Would I have any of that left after we ate?
I would say you have a piece of sausage left.
I just have this. She holds up a little piece of sausage.
Well, pass it to the front. See if that'll help.
Okay. And she'll pass it to
Don't eat it,
Primula, who
Rorik.
can.
You just watch as a piece of sausage is just handed up a line of hobbits.
Absolutely.
Half of them taking a bite on the
Yeah.
way. Okay. I guess I'll go up sausage first.
Mm.
That's not way to
Get
go.
up.
Way to do it.
Did you not think that one through before you said it, hon?
It's okay.
I did not think about it enough, apparently.
That was good.
Okay. You see what has been in the past described as a ferocious beast. It's actually just
It's a puppers.
a puppers. And as you pop up in the house with the sausage, it starts to bark at you. You can give me a courtesy roll with a +1 for the sausage.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did I do? Oh, is that correct? I add a bonus die by clicking on the to the right of the 0.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh.
The dog snatches the sausage out of your hand, but does not seem interested in stopping barking. So even as it's trying to like shove this food down its throat, it is still barking like crazy at you. Everybody loses a point of hope
Oh
due
no.
to the fact that you are very concerned that you're going to be discovered by this dog's barking.
Oh no. How do I lose hope? Teach. Oh, here. I got it.
Esmeralda is going to push past everybody, hearing this dog still barking. And I don't know where the stairs are because I cannot see where the
Oh,
ladder
yeah,
is.
sorry.
But she's gonna come up, crawl up next to Roramac, like almost over him. Hey, shush! That's not nice. Stop barking. Remember your manners. Didn't your master
does
teach
not
you it's
seem
not
to
nice
care.
to be loud? Oh, silly dog.
So you do recall that this you've heard the dog's name before, and its name is
Mhm.
Firework.
I barked back at him.
It
Firework.
barks back too.
Shush. You're not
Like
happy
it almost
when
seems
you're
to just be having the time of its life barking at you.
I have an idea. And she's going to let me see, what would she have on her? Oh, she would have the broken arrow. So she's gonna hold out the arrow have a stick? You have the stick? And she's gonna like toss it over the dog's head.
Okay, so it goes off chasing the stick, still barking up a storm.
Mm-hmm. Come on, hurry.
But it is, and it's chewing on the stick over here, barking occasionally still.
I
Good.
guess we should go up.
Shh, that'd be
I
really
would,
quiet.
but it seems like the trapdoor's stuck. Oh, there it goes. Nope.
No?
Nope, now I'm just left in the dark.
Let me go back down. We can see.
There goes Paladin.
Ah,
There we go.
Okay.
They said it was disabled for some reason. I don't know.
So she's gonna see the dog chewing on the stick. Good puppy. You enjoy your stick now.
Okay, so I need a scan from everybody.
Oh
A
dear.
what?
A scan
As
roll.
you guys as you guys are looking through all the stuff trying to find the map.
Yeah, I've been rolling bad. Can I use a hope point for this?
Yeah. Yeah, you can always use Hope Point. If you have something that gives you a bonus when you use, like, you have a special item, if you use that, it doubles the dice you get from spending a Hope Point. So
This
I
may be a
see
good opportunity to take a
two-
mid-adventure snack.
I mean, we came right
Just
in the
saying.
kitchen. We should replenish our.
So you've been looking through the area for about an hour now. You found what looks to be a stack of maps, but you have not found the correct one so far. If I can get another scan roll from everybody.
I'm
Okay.
It's only in this
Oh, dear.
area, or do we go to a different place maybe?
I go-
So the stack of maps was over here on this table.
gotcha.
Ah,
Actually, okay, part of my characteristic is keen-eyed. Can I? Does
Mhm.
that do anything for this roll?
Yep. So you would use that. Let me see.
I'm also keen-eyed.
So you could do a hope point
Here.
and then click
Yep.
inspired.
Yeah.
That's what I did earlier.
Ah, okay.
Ooh. I still
least I
failed.
got 2 successes in a row.
So, like I said earlier, it is much more common for failures in this game system than successes. So,
I did just get
You
an
guys are
automatic
doing-
success without a hope
Yeah.
dice. I just
Yep.
rolled a perfect on my fate dice.
Can you
Yep.
save some of those for 5e, please? Oh my goodness.
I
wish
got
I could.
two failures in a row, so you guys find it.
You're
Yep,
busy
so-
Maybe
eating.
I'm just cursed in 5e.
Yeah, I'm busy just replenishing our food.
so Orimac and Esmeralda both at the same time pull up the same piece of paper, and it is Old Soup's map.
Ooh.
We found it!
And you break it.
You're
No.
And you both put it at the same time and whoops.
Okay.
Oh, we found it! Good. Is the dog still like barking, or is it just like with the stick?
It's the occasional bark,
Mhm.
but it seems more now to be barking at the stick than at you.
Good.
I think we
Okay.
should get out of here quickly.
I agreed.
I think Esmeralda would go over to the dog. Good puppy. And then she's gonna head out with
Yeah.
everybody else.
Didn't we have to look for something else?
We just need old
No.
Took's map.
Just a map?
I think
Yeah.
it was just
Right.
the map that we were
Yeah.
here for. Maybe some food.
Yeah,
Go-
I've been going through the food. Yeah.
Primula found a lot of that. Let's go before they catch us.
Do we go back down, or are we exploring more of the house?
I think we should just go.
I mean,
Looks to be
I'm not
everybody is
sure.
going back down.
you have to move me because I don't see the stair anymore.
Oh no. I don't have a light. I can't go back for you.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I'm
can
trying
click
to
it now.
make
There
sure
we go.
everybody can see. So staying at the end.
Did we find a lantern or something in the while we were
Nope.
looking for the map?
Nope, just the 2 that Bilbo gave you so far.
Esmeralda's currently feeling her way along the wall.
Hold on, I'm here. I have.
I'm all for exploring and having adventures, but I don't want those guys with the clubs to find us. They look kind of mean. Wait, can we see if anybody's outside?
As you come out, I need a stealth check from you.
Hey, Lobelia, come closer. Whoa, that's a lot of dice.
Is that out?
Yeah.
Great success.
All right, let's see.
Just a straight success for me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use a
no.
hope. I don't want to ruin this. Let's go.
That's an automatic success right there.
Yeah,
Wasted a hope.
Never a waste of hope.
never.
Okay,
Nah, I'm
so
just
everybody succeeds. I know. Everybody succeeds and
how do you replenish hopes?
resting.
Mhm.
Yep. But resting is considerably harder in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys managed to make your way unobserved out of Michael Delving.
Woohoo! I don't know how I'm clicking the delete button, but I can't remove the roped arrow from my inventory. So
Is
I want to see this whole map when we're done.
yeah,
It
I will
looks so
say I
pretty.
just want to give a shout out to the guy who made this map is Morvold Press. I was a patron on his Patreon for a while, and his maps are phenomenal. I stole this one's, or well, not stole, but I downloaded it from him when I was one of the patrons so that I could use it for our game, for my homebrew game. And it's just gorgeous. He makes so many beautiful maps. So I'd highly recommend him for maps.
If I remember, I'll put a
So,
link in the description. If I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. Morvold Press that's awesome. So cool.
Where are we going?
So-
Whoa.
you guys make your way out of Michael Delving and begin the trip back to Hobbiton and Bag End.
I guess we're gonna have to camp again, huh?
Eesh.
That's all right.
As you arrive at Bag End the following evening, as it's a much shorter trip back than all the way there without your hiking through the open ground. After your successful recovery of Old Cook's map of the Shire and swift journey home, you're greeted by the green door of Bag End being thrown open like a pop gun to reveal a grinning Bilbo standing on the doorstep, walking stick in hand. You found it! Wonderful! Simply wonderful. Though eager, Bilbo ushers you in with a hasty wave of his hand. Come on, we'll need to review my grandfather's map quickly tonight if we're to set off on our next adventure.
Excuse
This remarkable find of yours makes me believe I'm quite ready for another adventure.
Another adventure? Excuse me? We just got back from this adventure. Give us a second to breathe.
But Lobelia, this is perfect. We get to go on an adventure with Mr. Baggins.
She's not sure about her feelings on that. on the one hand, you could see the conflict even. On the one hand, like, then you know what he's up to. On the other hand, who will take Bag End if I'm not here?
I was also thinking
Ever
that
scheming.
have to make sure the house is safe.
Everyone okay with a quick 10-minute break before
I was
we move
just
on
going
to
to
the
ask,
next section?
because I have to pee.
Absolutely.
Same.
All right, we will take a quick 10-minute break and we'll all be back here in a little bit.
Woohoo!
All right, yay. Okay, and we're back here at the Shire. Take it away, Evan.
Popping out of his study like a cuckoo from a clock, Bilbo rushes into the parlor where you are all relaxing after a fine second breakfast, map still clutched in his hand. My wonderful friends, you won't believe what I found on the old Duke's map. I believe I know where the Club of Vanderbilt Took is located. Or at least the old Took did. Or rather, he thought he did. Maybe he wasn't sure. He shakes his hand, as if to physically force the rambling thoughts from his head. Never you mind. I might need to do a bit of more research, but I was hoping for, nay, counting on your help once again.
You'll have
After
it, Mr. Baggins.
After hearing all about your little adventure in Michael Delving, I'd like a taste of adventure myself. It says here on the map that the Club of Bull Roar may be somewhere around the village of Oathbaron, in a place called Kingsworthy. Exciting, isn't it? So I was thinking, perhaps in return for my generous hospitality, we could take a walk north and do a bit more investigating into the matter. Imagine it, being credited with being the hobbits who found the Club of Bull Roar Took. Wait right here. I'll run and get you the right gear to suit a proper adventure. And like that, Mad Baggins disappears in a flash around the corner.
Well, Esmeralda can barely contain her excitement. She is just beside herself. It's a piece of history for her family. And it's also a chance to go on an actual adventure with Mr. Baggins.
But do we even really know where it is? I mean, this is all just speculation. Surely we need more to go on than just some scribblings on a map.
But that's the fun, Lobelia. We'll be the ones to find it. If everybody knew where it was, then it wouldn't be such a great mystery.
Again,
Or
your
adventure.
idea of fun and my idea of fun are vastly different.
Well, I suppose that's true. We Tooks do know how to have all the best fun.
When I traveled with the dwarves, we didn't even have a map. I don't know where I am. If I am in the map, I don't have. Oh, never mind. I had to select the new token.
Mm.
No, it's Primula still there. I see. That's why.
Mm.
Yeah, so Bilbo is in his room. I'll bring him out to the... So you should be able to select him now.
I just select the whole screen and no Bilbo.
Okay, give me 1 second then. Oh, that's because I've had him invisible. Sorry. There we go. Bilbo sets down a chest. It'll be the one by the door again. Here's some. There you are. Take what you need. There's no knowing where we'll be swept off to. He turns to dash off again, but turns around back to you, almost laughing at his own forgetfulness. I've muddled my wits, staying up all night, making a copy of Old Duke's map. No need to damage the original, after all. He shoves the fresh copy at you before throwing up in the front door to bag in and stepping out onto the road. Come on, he cries. We'd best be off.
Esmeralda will kind of just catch the map and be like, oh, a real adventure! Oh, and she'll almost forget, and then at the last second turn back to check the chest to see what he's put in there. Ooh, lots of interesting things. So who's good with clubs?
I grabbed a sword.
And naturally, I'm decent with an axe. You know, I've cut some wood before.
Esmeralda still has the bow, so she's going to just go with that. No arrows, though. So.
Anyone else who's good with the bow?
What does a club fall under?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Brawling, I believe.
Ah.
So if should be able to double click it and it'll pull up the description of it.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Anyone who's got a better bow skill than one?
No. I have a 1 in bows, a 1 in brawling, and 2 in swords. So really, it'll be a 1 either way if I take any of these. So if you have better than 1, take the bow.
No, I have just the one. And I took a sword, so
Okay.
I
I'll
just-
take
someone take it.
I'll take the bow then.
Three clubs left. Anyone need them?
If no one takes one, I will take one in case we get into like melee or something.
Hmm.
They do double as a walking stick.
As Esmeralda approaches me, I just quickly put something in my pocket. Oh yeah, you're here.
Hello, Mr. Baggins.
Quickly now.
I know the others are taking so long. Thank you for the bow, by the way.
Make sure you use it well.
I'll try. Didn't do so well my first time out. Broke the arrow tip.
And there are more arrows in there, so.
Oh, good.
Just the one.
Oh.
I didn't see them in the chest when I opened
Yeah.
it.
You do. Well, you don't have to track them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we best
You
be off
Just
then.
have to track the special ones. Indeed.
Okay. So Bilbo's plan was to go down south to the East Road, up the Northway Road, to Oatbairn. I went too far, but that is the goal right there. It's about a 3-day trip.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I think that. Oh, roll.
I was just checking something.
Okay. I was going to say I think that on the 3-day journey, as they're going, Esmeralda is just going to be peppering Bilbo with questions about his adventures.
Okay.
What was it like to be with dwarves? What was it like meeting the elves? Just peppering him with questions about his adventures. You know, she was only about 6 years old when he left. So for her, this is kind of like getting to spend time with a legend. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you each take 2 fatigue as you're on this long walk, but it's a pleasant stroll and nothing adventurous happens while you're moving through the area.
All right, 2 fatigue. It's if you find load under resources, then there's a little diamond underneath load that says fatigue. That would have been.
And so how it works is your load and your fatigue combined are greater than your endurance score. You become weary.
Oh, okay.
How much fatigue do we put?
2.
2. Okay, so you guys can move your way up to Oatbarton.
All right.
I guess I'll give the map to someone else, since I'm gonna be distracted and answering questions.
I would gladly take it off of your hands. Do I see anything strange about the map? I know it's a copy, but like any notes that he scribbled on there or
You can definitely tell it's from quite a while ago. There's some towns that are around that aren't marked on the map. And there is some notes about how Old Duke believes that the club that you're after was up near Kingsworthy.
Okay.
So it is almost midday when you guys first arrive at Oat Baron after about 2.5 days of traveling. And you are particularly eager for a hearty meal after 2.5 days of eating nothing but road food.
Hard breads, cheeses, preserved meats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, till you try the lambus bread, that thing, the elves' food is not exactly flavorful.
And as you're coming into town, you catch scent of roast chicken and potatoes. You see a large group of farmers gathered in the center of the village, having a communal lunch, sitting at long tables shaded by large pavilions and tents.
Yeah, she's.
So,
Finally, a town.
Kingsworthy, right, is what you said that was marked?
Correct.
And where is
Correct.
that on the map? Way up here, right? Yeah, okay.
Way north,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought you spent lots of time in the wilderness, Mr. Belbo.
We did indeed. Mountains and very large fields, even caverns.
That sounds so exciting. Love to see
Yeah.
mountains one day.
Caverns are exciting when you're not surrounded by goblins.
Goblins? Well, that's much scarier than an owl. But I would love to try it someday.
Now imagine thousands of them chasing you.
Oh my! That might not be so fun. But oh, the stories you must have to tell.
So many, it's even 3 movies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so while Esmeralda is stroking his ego, I'm going to look for where the smell of the chicken is coming from, like an inn or something, and kind of make my way there because I am not sleeping out on the road for a fourth night.
So it is at the city center or the town center. There's a bunch of tables, food being passed around. It looks to be all the local farmers have come together for a celebratory lunch.
Ooh. I motion to someone, excuse me, what are we celebrating? Another wedding or something else?
We're celebrating lunch. Never a bad reason to have a good get together with food.
I can get behind that.
And I just kind of mingle and merge into the crowd like I'm one of them and try to get something to eat and
almost immediately you have a plate of food shoved in your face. It's a half roasted chicken, half of a roasted chicken, a bunch of potatoes, just drizzled in bacon fat.
I'm also going to try to gather like I did before, like any rumors, anybody talking about anything of note. And in particular, anything about like Kingsworthy, if there's anything that anyone said about that area.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you want to go about doing that? Are you going to attempt to dance around the subject to try and dig it out? Are you going to attempt to just talk about the cool history of the area. So you have the option of awe, courtesy, enhearten, persuade, or riddle that you can do for this, depending on how you want to proceed with getting this information.
I think I would try to like kind of almost talk circles, so that I don't seem like I'm super interested, but I'm still getting the information that I want, if that makes sense.
Okay. Give me a riddle then.
Okay. Should I use, how many hope points do I have? I have 12. Is it worth it?
Wait, pause. Wait,
Yes.
this adventure, we are after the Hobbit adventure, right?
Correct.
So Frodo is already born.
No.
So that I do.
Yes.
Frodo is not born yet.
He
It is
part of
the
the
year.
Hobbit.
I'm not married to, or Primula is not married to Frodo's dad yet in the time period we're set in. We're between
is
The Hobbit and that.
Yeah, it's 1360.
But if I remember correctly, on the Hobbit, Frodo is there, so that's why I'm confused.
Are you thinking of the movie?
Is he not part in the book?
No, Frodo doesn't pop up until the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And in the book, it's just us.
So Frodo is born. That doesn't seem right. Okay, Shire year. That's what I need.
I guess he just got added in the movie, but it wasn't really there in the story yet. Okay.
Correct.
In the movie, his scenes are Lord of the Rings timeline, and it's basically the entire movie is a flashback.
Right.
Yeah. So this is year 2960 of the Third Age. Frodo was born 2968 of the Third Age.
Okay. You're right. It is a flashback.
Okay. That's a pretty dang good success right there.
I used a hope and I was inspired.
But no success die, unfortunately. So when you roll a 6 on a success die, you get little pips that you can spend for other things in certain situations. So you hear that Kingsworthy is an abandoned structure about a day's travel into the North Moors.
Abandoned. Okay. Sorry, taking notes. Okay. I put that in my back pocket for later.
Okay. Anyone else going to be joining in the party and trying to find information?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide how she's going to go about it.
Okay.
I'm just enjoying the food and, talking to the people who are partying.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to mingle between all the party people, I guess. All the food and enjoying their story.
If you want to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ferd. You were going to ask him to roll.
I was going to say, you want to roll an awe, courtesy, enhearten, or persuade?
Courtesy roll.
Okay. Yep. That is a success. You hear from somebody that some of the rowdier local children play a game called Bull Roar's Club that seems to involve them roughing up one another with a stick from the field they claim to be the artifact. It includes lots of smacking each other with said stick, pretending to be Bull Roar fighting off the goblins.
Sounds like children, yes.
Which is how the game of golf was invented. Bull Roar hit the head of a goblin, and it popped off and flew and landed in a hole.
Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect.
Much more.
Well, I was gonna use the same skill, so
No, you can do it.
I can. Okay, I was going to say she would probably, given that she's like very eager and cheerful, she would probably
Mhm.
hop in and start helping to serve food to everybody.
Okay.
Start kind of pitching in, observing the niceties of being at a feast like this. Start serving people, talking to them, sort of establishing a rapport, talking to them about some of the funny stories and myths that are back at her home in Tookland, and asking for some interesting tales. Do they have any fun stories, ghost stories, or mysteries that haven't been solved up here? She loves to collect them.
Okay. Give me a roll, and you can use the inspiration.
Right. Yeah, 13.
But an automatic success since you rolled the Gandalf symbol. So you, in your talk about rumors and ghost stories, you actually find somebody that tells you that there is apparently a ghost that is haunting the abandoned Kingsworthy.
Oh. She would be delighted by this, and probably kind of like pause for a minute and be like, "A ghost? What's it like? Has anybody seen the ghost, or is it just a rumor?"
Well, I mean, that's the thing about a ghost. You never actually get to see them. They just bother you and knock over things while you're not looking.
Oh my goodness. Has anyone had that happen recently?
Well, my lovely wife's mother says it happens to her every other day, it seems. I think it's just her forgetting where she puts things.
That might be so. And she'll kind of clap him on the shoulder and look at his ale. Do you need another ale?
No, of course, I could never turn down another ale.
Coming
and he
right
is
up.
quite sloshed already.
Yeah, she'll go get him another one anyway.
Okay, is anyone else doing anything here? It is afternoon, early afternoon, but Kingsworthy is said to be a day's journey. You could start out now and perhaps, camp in the woods overnight and, well, lack of woods there, I guess, and get there midday tomorrow or start fresh in the morning.
I do not want to sleep in the woods again this evening. So I would be voting for finding a place to stay here before we travel and head out in the morning.
Well, there's no woods that way, Lobelia. We'd be sleeping in the fields. It'd be beautiful under the stars. And she kind of opens her arms and spins in a circle, like looking up at the sky.
Hard, cold ground.
You could make a bed of hay. It'd be wonderful.
Then I'll be itchy by the morning.
Why are you even here? Don't you have any sense of adventure?
I'm here to make sure that you lot don't get into any trouble and cause any more scandal.
You would get along great with Great Aunt Lila.
I'd be just smoking my pipe looking at them barking around.
She would probably rush up to you. Mr. Bilbo, can we please keep going today? Oh, it'd be so exciting to sleep outside.
Oh, but I thought we were rushing to the town to get a good meal and a good sleep.
Oh. She kind of deflates. All right.
I work about finding us rooms, either by persuading someone that they know I'm good for it and my family will pay them, or, however I need to secure a bed, preferably, not a barn.
Yep,
Paladin
they will accept that and send a bill to your family.
I'm sure I have a coin to get a room for myself.
Yes.
There's now a paper
What was
trail
Paladin
for
gonna do?
Lobelia.
Oh, I was going to say, just as Esmeralda seemed somewhat deflated, he was just going to say, don't worry, we still have plenty of adventure ahead of us. I'm sure we'll have ample opportunity to sleep outside again.
I hope so. Everybody seems so set on beds. Where's the adventure in that? Oh well. Guess maybe we'll see a ghost tomorrow. That would be exciting. Well, maybe not see, but see the effects of one. She kind of perks up a little bit.
Okay. The night passes uneventfully, and you're awoken by the rooster's crow in the morning, and smell a well-cooked breakfast down below in the common room.
So, question, for example, since we rested in beds, is this considered a good rest to heal hopes or something?
Yes.
Or-
Oh.
Let me pull
So
that up.
prolonged rest, right?
Oh, I thought this was.
Yes.
You had to be longer than that. Cool.
So if you have any,
will that heal fatigue too? Maybe.
I believe so. Let me double check. That's not the right book.
Oh no, it only
Okay.
says that it recovers hope points. How many points do you want to recover? Oh, it actually you have to put a number.
I
We
believe
have 0 out
yeah.
of 0 community points available.
Ah.
Oh, so it doesn't.
It says you recover a number of hope points equal to your heart score between adventures.
Okay, so you would have actually gotten that the last one.
Okay.
So yeah, in between the
Recovering
Michael
the map
Delving and this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we would be at full less anything we spent on the rolls we just did.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And yeah, the under fatigue went down to 0, or
Double checking.
Just now. That wouldn't be impacted by.
Yeah, so the fatigue you just got would be. Yes. You would remove the fatigue because you spent a prolonged rest in a secure area.
All right.
All of it,
Gotcha.
or just one?
All of it.
All of it. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Because
Thank you.
traveling in the Shire is quite secure compared to other places.
True.
Okay. You guys are going to head north now?
Yes.
Okay. So, after several hours, it's approaching noon, and you see a dark, what's it called? A dark grove of pine trees just off this, what you can tell used to be a road, but is very overgrown from lack of use. And you seem to see shadows moving within. If I could get a scan roll from people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, I am so good at these.
Why do I not believe you?
Yeah. I would say Esmeralda is
Probably because
very
the only way I pass a
distracted.
scan roll is with a
Twelve.
Gandalf.
Wait, so
Yeah, right.
if I am keen-eyed and I use a hope point, I get
Yeah.
the inspired thing?
2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
I do that.
Great success, success, success.
Okay.
Woohoo!
So Bilbo, Rormak, and Lobella see as what appears to be a ghastly spirit rises out of the dark shadows and begins following you.
Ooh,
Oh.
where are we?
You're in this area
Oh,
here.
cool. Thanks.
Don't look back.
Every once in a
We're
while,
being
you
followed.
hear an almost hissing speech saying Angbar
Angbar?
after
Angmar.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
After 15, 20 minutes, it disappears but leaves a chill far deeper in your bones than any winter ever could. You will have dreams about it for a few days.
How
Do
long
we
did
all
it
have
take
those dreams?
How long did
Yes.
did it take for us to get here?
So it is just before noon.
Mhm.
And you left probably 9:30, 10 o'clock after second breakfast.
Cool.
And so by evening, you would be able to be at Kingsworthy.
I would
Let's
say
keep
that
on
despite
going.
I would say despite the chill and how ominous that felt, Esmeralda would definitely be sort of talking everybody into continuing the adventure, sort of using her in Hearten ability to kind of like, come on, we can still do this. We're not gonna let any ghosts scare us away.
Hmm.
We've got a cudgel to find.
Okay, so as you guys are approaching Kingsworthy, I need one person. You guys can decide to give me a lore roll as you're able to see the ruins of this building to determine what it may have been.
So one person does
No,
it?
I'm not the best with
Yep.
lore myself.
No.
And if somebody else would like to help somehow, that is
I
possible.
am proficient and I have 2 die on it.
Mm-hmm.
I could help, but I would help by just like scanning and making observations about the building itself,
Okay.
you know? Just like looking at it like,
Yeah,
well, it
that's
looks like
fine.
it might have been built for this and trying to like, I don't know, jog his memory or something.
Yep.
So,
So if Bilbo wants to roll with a +1.
+1.
Yep.
I guess I will hope it also, since it's the only roll.
There you go.
All right.
You don't have any shadow points yet, so you're not going to become miserable. So that is a success. So looking at it, it looks to be a potentially a old hunting outpost or a hunting lodge from the time of the kings in Norbury, which was long before any of you were born, and is before in between you and when this club would have made its famous appearance on the battlefield, wielded by a hobbit that was actually large enough to ride a horse.
Whoa.
He was still very short compared to a man, but
So is this
or
building?
no, he had a goat.
He rode a goat?
I believe so. It was
That
something
fits.
larger. It was something larger than a pony.
Oh, a giant goat.
Yeah, goats are
No, Bilror was a horse, I believe.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was a very large hobbit.
Hmm.
And then,
And he was a took?
yes, Bullroar took.
Oh, wrong token.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot to change that.
I cannot drag tokens to the screen, so.
Yep, one. There we go.
Also is this building made for like humans? Like, or is it like hobbit sized You know what I'm trying to say?
It is human size,
Okay.
man size.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be an enormous thing to explore.
Wow. And Esmeralda
Does seem a
kind of
little bigger than
wanders
necessary.
off to one side, just like looking at the building. It's so big.
It's 3 stories tall.
God.
It looks to be a pretty large compound. Probably, the
Wow.
king, his entourage, and all their families and friends would show up here.
Wow.
I curiously walk to the stairs.
All right, I guess we should go inside. Wow.
Is that a
They
river?
look very large.
It is a dry creek bed.
Oh, okay.
Each step is the size of us.
It definitely would not be the easiest way going up these stairs, but is not like climbing a mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Roll athletics to get upstairs.
Ever seen anything like it, Paladin?
I will say, as approaching the
huge.
top of the stairs, if you switch to using your arrows to move your character, it will go up the stairs more reliably.
Ah,
Is this a door?
I know Nix.
That is a door.
I don't have access.
Do I hear anything aside
There's like a
from
wall. There you go.
Esmeralda's like, wow, look at that, and
It's so big.
Whoa.
Eh?
I got teleported.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yep. Sometimes the level thing is a little slow to pick up.
Mm.
Wait, no, but I am in a different area.
Yeah, you're on the 3rd floor. You're just on the opposite side of a wall.
do I hear anything
I can-
or any
There you go.
what am I trying to say? I don't know, anything crazy, other people, other shuffling, animals.
Nope.
Okay.
No
You hear birds in the distance, but
Look at the size of this
Yeah.
place. I definitely didn't expect to be somewhere like this a few days ago.
No. I didn't expect to see anything man-sized. I didn't even know things like this existed in the Shire.
Well, where should we start? Bilbo, do you have any clue?
Well, this place is out of place. I guess we could just explore around because I have no knowledge of this area. We could separate or we could stick together.
What is this?
can you ping me?
I'm right here. Oh no, there you go. Like these little rooms.
They look to be perhaps where something was stored previously, but a lot of the walls are broken down.
Interesting.
Does everything
Um,
looks like super dusty? I guess abandoned. No one has been here. No footsteps.
Yes.
Esmeralda will
Oh.
call back up the stairs. There's kegs down here.
Do they look full, or I guess I like tap on one? Do I hear anything?
There's a door over here.
No. They all appear to be pretty empty.
And another one down here.
Sorry,
the kegs.
Evan, we're like
We're
going
everywhere.
on you.
No worries. I just
Ooh, a hallway.
I just had a problem. Give me 1 second. I may get a refresh.
Yeah. We're chaos
I did
kittens right now.
I did the token doubling thing, and it made
Oh no.
Foundry not happy with me. But I'm back.
Oh, wait,
I
what's
see
back
bottles.
here?
We're being chaos.
I imagine
kittens.
this has been
is
around
crazy.
long enough that probably all the like bottles and a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
are just kind of
Vinegar.
Correct.
Nothing.
They're all pretty much all of them are either cracked open, partially broken, or you can see a little bit of stuff in there, but it does not look like something you would probably want to drink.
This is
Where did the
crazy.
rest of you guys go?
Down.
So those on the
I think
those
they
over
went upstairs.
here, you can see down into a lower level, which has some water that looks to be potentially coming up out of a spring down below you into little causeways.
Whoa,
Interesting.
it's like a trap door.
Is there a thing here to click or
There's
something to go?
no. If you hold still for a minute, I will mess with it to get it to actually go for you.
Esmeralda, make sure that you look at the ground from time to time so you don't fall into one of these holes. I know
Right,
it's
There we go. There you're good. You're on the second level.
Ah, there we go.
It's
So
finicky a little bit
exciting.
sometimes.
oh, another door.
Are there actually crates and things in these rooms?
Yeah, they're all look to be pretty old. Most of them are broken in one way, or the wood's dried, and
It's
you
more
can
stairs to
see
go down
through
over here.
cracks of it.
Down?
I think
These go
Esmeralda
down?
would definitely be poking her head into all of the crates and things, like
Yeah,
through the
I think
broken
these stairs
bits,
go down.
and like just looking into everything.
Should we wait before we go down further? Is that where we think it might be? I
Is
feel
this
like
like a
I'm not
broken
sure
floor?
where it would be in here.
Say again, Jerry.
Is this broken floor where I am?
So that is
water.
there is not doesn't look to be broken, but you can look down to the level below you.
Right.
It is open there.
I found everyone.
Hello.
Are you on the second level all by yourself, Board?
I think we're on
We
the
try
second
to follow you. We are all with you now.
Esmeralda, if you could give me a scan as you were up on the top floor.
Oh yeah, sure. Give you a scan.
Oh, that's why. Okay, you were saying that's why we need to use the arrows.
Nope.
Oh no.
Just under.
Okay, so everybody else that's up there now can give me a scan as they come through this area.
Oh.
If it's not a 12, then oh, that's a 1. That's definitely not passing.
I got a 6.
Hey.
19.
Okay, so Bilbo and Labella, you notice on the mantle over this fireplace here, there looks to be a plaque that you can see the outline of something that was removed from it recently that had been sitting there for a long time. And there is a wooden chair that sits near it as if someone used it to reach the spot above the mantelpiece.
Do I see any tiny footprints from hobbit-sized children?
Not on the stone, but if you were to get onto the chair as a hobbit, you could just reach where it was. But a human or a man-sized person would not need the chair to reach up there.
Well, is there a plaque saying like what was here before? You know what I mean?
It doesn't say what it is. You can just see the outline where the wood has sun bleached around something that was there previously
Gotcha.
that had been there for a long time, but has recently been removed.
Well, perhaps this is where it was. I share that information with everybody else. Has anybody
Someone took it
heard?
before us.
Have you heard anything about anybody finding a stick and?
I apologize. That's Mrs. Bennett. She's always talking, always loud. So we named her Mrs. Bennett.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no trace of like where they might have gone or anything.
Not
Can
up
we
here.
follow
It's
the
all
steps
hard
at all?
stone.
Like if everything is dusty, do we see any footprints leading somewhere?
Not up here.
Mhm.
It's pretty windswept. Potentially down on the lower levels, or the ground outside is quite wet. And if you were to go out and look for tracks, you would probably be able to find some out there if there are any to find.
Anybody remember how to get out?
I'm just gonna go down.
We can jump.
From that height?
Oh, that's
Ooh.
not a down. It didn't work for me.
Yes. So when you're approaching arrows or approaching stairs, using the arrows is usually more reliable than clicking and dragging.
Right.
And sometimes you have to go back and forth a couple times for it to recognize you.
Recognize me. I don't
They
know.
made a whole movie about that.
Was this another room with a fireplace in it?
What floor are you on?
I think first or second floor. Not sure.
This floor?
It's just says ruined keep for me. I have no idea.
I'm chasing
Oh,
my
yes,
steps.
there
back
is a
down
fireplace
again.
there.
This staircase doesn't work for me.
I think she would approach it and like lean
I
in to
leave.
like
Here,
look up
I
the
can-
chimney.
Okay.
I can make it work for you if you would like.
Thank you. I was stuck forever. People get to watch my screen on stream, so they just see me
There you go.
bashing my head against the staircase.
I think Esmeralda is going to walk into this chimney and just be like, "It's so big. Hello!" And like echo up the chimney.
Oh wait.
You
this-
see a squirrel poke its head out from a space with a missing stone and chirp at you angrily.
Oh, hi there.
It scampers up and away.
How high up is that missing spot where it was hiding in the chimney?
So the wall goes up about 6 feet, and that was probably about 4 feet, so just out of arm's reach for you.
It's with me. Is this Rorimac with me?
I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she would turn around to Rorimac, give me a boost. There's an empty spot up here. There was a squirrel in there.
Okay. Goes over and
She's gonna try to reach in and see if there's anything in there.
You find a pretty sizable stash of nuts. I hear somebody trying to do a door.
I seem
Okay.
to have found some locked doors.
Just some nuts. And she'll put them back. You can let me down now. Thank you.
I go outside and I look for tracks or any
Okay,
sign
give
of
me
people.
a scan roll.
I'm also trying to reach the outside. I'm still inside.
So this is the That's the main
Can I-
staircase over here.
I see.
Let's see, where are you at?
Can I chop this door
Chaos.
with my axe?
Give me an axe roll.
Oh, I want to see them break the door. I don't know where the door is. I'm coming.
Roll to success.
What happened with the tracks? Did you find anything?
What I needed.
Lobella, you did find at least the tracks of at least one hobbit.
Okay.
You managed to pocket the
Whoa.
door enough. You see a set of not a cauldron, brazier up on the wall that is lit. There's that dagger there on the table and a book open with a quill and ink next to it.
I feel like I have to take the dagger.
I'm stuck
Okay.
again.
I'm obligated.
Let me add a dagger
It's
to...
It's a took thing. We have to touch stuff.
Full of a two.
There's a crystal orb here, or ball. You know I'm grabbing that.
Oh,
Okay,
All right,
you
guys
grab
found
the
me too
dagger.
fast?
And it should be in your equipment.
Yep, I see it.
Yep.
Did you see
There
there
you
was a book as well?
Yes.
Ooh, can I try
That's
to read
less
that?
exciting.
Yes. So, in it you find some letters.
Hmm.
The names you don't recognize and sound very much not Hobbish.
Mm.
Talking about different parts of lands that you don't recognize the name of. Talking about where people need to go and things that need to be done there that all sound very warlike almost.
Oh,
Something
this
that you've
literally
never...
it?
Yes, it is.
I think she would walk. She would look over at Mr. Bilbo. Mr. Bilbo,
Yes.
do you know what all this means? They're talking about things that it seems like war.
There's been a few wars in this world, yes.
These seem like plans. Would you like to see it? Yes.
Sure.
She kind of like holds the book out towards him.
Do I recognize anything?
It looks to be letters being drafted, giving orders to different people to go to specific places north and east of the Shire.
I guess I try to sit on the bed and read the whole thing, or how do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Skim it.
Scan over it.
Skim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skim.
You don't need to roll a scan for it. Okay, you're able to go through it. It's going to take a while if you want to sit and read the whole thing. It looks to be about 10 different letters that are being penned. You can see where several dozen pages have been ripped out previously.
Trying to see if I recognize any places or names or strategies.
Does it
So
seem
there's
recent?
no. It seems to be. It's yes, very recent. Seems to be more deployment orders. They talk about Anamunis, Ruhadar, the North Downs, and Weather Hills. Did I tell you about the tracks you found, Labella?
Yes, that they well,
Okay.
sort of, but maybe you should say it again because I think
So
it got.
you found the tracks of at least one hobbit moving on this map north into this tree line here.
Okay. So up here. Okay.
Mhm.
Do I see anything? I don't know. Suspicious? I don't know. Like a camp or anything this way? It was just one set of footprints?
At least one.
At least one. Okay. Well, I don't want to go off without my fellowship, so I will just kind of go back a little bit and then just shout at everyone, "Hey, I think I found something." And hope that they hear me. It's a big building. Maybe it's echoey though cuz it's made of stone. I don't know.
Did you all hear oh man.
Lobelia.
Lobelia?
No,
Lobelia.
did you guys hear her yelling from outside?
Yeah, but she does that a lot. She's always
That's
yelling
very
about
true.
something.
We might have maybe we want to go with her so she doesn't get in any kind of trouble.
Yeah, I
I
suppose.
suppose.
She is the
Okay.
trouble.
How big is this book with letters?
There was another locked door down here as well.
You could definitely fit it in your pack.
Yeah, I keep it.
Do we
Okay.
want to try and unlock another door? I have a key.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you use the same technique. In here,
And so
Uh,
it feels like people have been here recently, right? Like people
Yeah.
have kind of
a brazier will burn for a while, but not a terribly long while without being fed. But you do see
Right.
some coinage spread on the table, and what looks to be some food that was left in quite a hurry.
I want to check the hands to see who's winning.
Those, unfortunately, those are not actually poker hands. They're just food that got
Oh,
spilled.
maybe.
They just look like cards.
I found another
Naturally.
door.
I'll take the coins, Somebody just
Okay.
left them here.
So add where is there even? I don't think there's actually I don't think money's a thing in this game.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
fine.
you scoop up some silver and copper coins.
Oh, it's out here.
We forgot about Lobelia, guys.
I'm so lost. I was trying to find the place where you guys were, and I'm just like running in circles.
We're down in the basement where the water has kind of seeped up through again.
I
If
found
that
another
helps
locked
you at all.
door.
If you go to a
We-
window, you might see them coming out of the basement here shortly.
We found locked doors, so we are smashing them with axes.
Oh, I found this.
The locked doors are the most interesting doors. It's like I gotta know what's behind them. If they just open up, far less
I
interesting.
found I found a map room. Is this where you guys were?
Nope.
Yeah, we were
probably.
in.
Oh,
I'm trying to
Nope.
You found-
find you.
You found a
found-
map room?
uh-huh. I found a thing.
Cool.
What do I see? Oh, DM.
Similar to what I described to the other ones, but this one has no writing in it. And there is a map of the North Farthings on the other table.
Oh.
Does it look old or does it look newer?
Looks new.
Like there's places I recognize on the map and all of that.
Yep.
And there's nothing. What's
Looks
in the?
considerably newer than the one that Bilbo had you guys get.
Interesting. And then there's a book. There's nothing in the book at all.
So there's several pages that have been ripped out, but nothing written in it currently.
Can I take the last page? Like, when you rip the pages out, the page right after that,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
Mhm.
I don't know, like take some dirt and like rub it on the surface, see if I can see like any I don't know, writing, like they pressed really hard with their quill and it went through.
Give me a riddle.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna add a hope die to this. You want it to be good. I'm inquisitive, so I guess that means I can be inspired for this? Is that what that means?
Yep. Yep.
Do it. Great success. I did it.
Ooh.
So you're not quite sure that this is going to work, but as you're lightly rubbing the dirt into this paper, you see a small message. It says, "The Club of Bulwer continues to be safe, requesting a resupply of food and ale to our location."
So wait, the club was here and they were protecting it.
The outside is dry, correct?
Interesting. On my screen, because we're in a different place, it just keeps taking my whole screen and zooming into blackness with just a text box on it. I'm like, oh.
You know that's a setting you can change.
I didn't know that was a setting you could change, but that is really funny when it does it.
Well, it's a setting I can change.
Yeah, I'm not.
Players can change it individually for themselves as well.
Oh.
You can just go to configure settings and then the first one, pan to speaker token,
I'll do
uncheck that and hit save.
Fun.
I'll do
Thank
that
you.
right now.
I think
I
what
agree.
the DM sets it to is the default.
Ah,
Right.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Or
I just
what?
said it. I just changed it so that it won't pan.
It's the very first thing I changed when we got into the game.
So you don't get zoomed to us having little side conversations?
Exactly. Well,
Okay.
that
Okay.
and my 3D dice.
We'll go
Mhm.
this
You guys
way.
ready to
Dice
continue
are
on
my
the
first
journey?
thing. Yes, I think we're ready.
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
running around the entire building. I still cannot find Lobelia, so.
We're having way too much fun just running up and downstairs.
Oh, that's where this came out.
It's a
Okay.
typical
Oh, this door is locked.
So
camera
a
looks
little
down the
while.
hallway and the hobbits are just going back and forth through.
Like a
Yeah.
Scooby Doo moment.
You managed to find your way out of this building. The tracks are headed eastward.
I tell them about the
Um,
note that I found. It seems like maybe somebody was trying to protect it, but then everybody left. It seemed like all this stuff was pretty recent.
It's so strange.
Well, we found rooms that got abandoned recently. There was fire, so people were there.
Mm-hmm.
But who would be in the Shire?
They
The
left in a
big
hurry.
folk.
I'm not
Hmm.
sure, but the tracks seem to lead to the east. Perhaps we should follow them?
Well, yes, of course. If they took what we came here for, we have to follow them. Wouldn't be an adventure if we didn't.
Okay.
Can't argue with that.
So I need someone to make a hunting roll
Oh,
as you attempt to follow these tracks.
I
Not
think
me.
that's Rorimac.
I've got a 2. So
Oh, I should put it.
I
Yeah, I'm not exactly much of a hunter myself.
guess I'll
No.
hop in a hope. I'm rustic. Would that help with hunting?
In my last
What is
adventure,
the description
starting
for
below the
rustic?
tracking.
I don't know. I've never seen a description for any of this.
Your
let's
ways are
see.
simple. Some might even say uncouth. But you know that all that is gold is not necessarily glitter.
Okay,
Yeah. So if you click on the little edit item thing next to rustic in your character sheet, it'll pull up the description for you there.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. I have the same thing.
Yep.
Hmm.
So you are in the boondocks, so you could definitely use rustic.
Nice. See how this goes. 17 success.
That is a success. No sixes though. So you are able to follow it for now. It's about a half hour later. I'll need another check as you're continuing to follow these.
All right. Great success.
Ooh, a great
Okay.
success.
And with
I
that
believe in
success
ya.
thing,
You're doing great.
as you're following them, you come up behind a brown-haired hobbit that is desperately trying to follow the tracks that you're following.
Oh.
Who goes there?
Hello.
I never expected to see fellow hobbits out here. What are you doing?
Who are you?
I'm Mort.
Mort.
Who are you?
Mort, do you have a last name?
Of course, it's Mort Mudfoot. I'm a farmer down in Oatbarton. My daughter went missing up here. I'm trying to find her.
Oh.
Your daughter's missing? Oh, that's awful.
Unfortunately for you, we're adventurers. Kind of.
We're on an adventure, at least.
Yeah.
How long ago did she go missing?
It was early this morning. She kept talking about how everyone was talking about this club up here, and she said she was going to go find it so she could be the best at goblin knocking.
Oh, no. How old is your daughter?
She's 16, still but a young child.
Hmm. Well, we'll help you look. Right?
Sure.
If it's on our way, sure.
Have you been following this trail for long?
It's been a struggle, and I have to keep going backtrack my own trail to try and find it again, but it's been a couple hours now. There was this big ruined building that I left trying to find her. Followed her there, and now I'm here in the middle of this great wasteland almost.
Well, Mr. Brandybuck is a good tracker. He'll take us through.
Okay.
Do I get the
So
sense that he is truthful, that he actually lost his daughter, or if he's just like, if that's just an
Inside
excuse? Yes, is that an excuse
So
to
you can
look for the club?
You can tell that he is on the verge of panic.
Okay. Okay.
So as you continue to follow this trail of footprints with the Mudfoot, the night is clear and cool. A waxing moon and veritable symphony of starlight offer some light as you trek across the lightly rolling landscape. But this is no well-trodden road. The ground is uneven, and your foot can easily be caught in a hole, or your legs grow weary as you plod through the mess-covered terrain. A long yawn escapes your mouth, and you fight off the weight of your own eyelids, all the while searching for signs of the wayward hobbit lass. Even in this dim evening light, the growing concern is evident on Mort's drawn face. You all gain 3 fatigue points as you are moving on through the night, and you can do a travel roll to attempt to resist these fatigue points.
Oh,
And
a what?
roll?
Travel.
Travel.
A success removes 1, and then you remove 1 for each little success symbol that you get.
Oh.
So Paladin only takes 1. Bilbo takes 3.
Given that Esmeralda is eager, filled with excitement and impatience when an endeavor piques her interest,
Mhm.
could that give me inspiration if I use a hope point? Okay.
Yep.
Ah,
So
I
we've
am
removed
Sauron.
Yes.
You are
Labella
too
takes
eager.
2.
Okay.
Esmeralda takes 3. Romaric
Anything
takes
extra
3.
because I got an Eye of
Nope.
Sauron? Okay.
Nope. So Eye of Sauron only counts as a 0 on the roll,
Okay.
unless you are.
Weary.
It's not. So it doesn't even do it on weary. It does it on
Miserable?
miserable
Mm.
or something else. It's like weary. There's a specific word for it. I can't remember it right now. But unlikely that will occur in this adventure.
Good to know. Thank you.
Okay. So, there's a couple ways forward from here. You can attempt to identify an area where she may have tried to find shelter for the night. You can look for a sign where she may have wandered, or you can attempt to look for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. I think, given that I have 0 skills in those areas, I think that Esmeralda would just try to sort of encourage and enhearten whoever is looking for things by, telling them, like urging them forward, trying to inspire them to do better, to find this girl so nothing happens to her. And so she'll help whoever's going to make the roll.
Okay. So the roll options are an explore, a hunting, or a scan.
What was the first one?
Explore.
Ah.
Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find a miss. Yeah. I could
I
do a
can
hunting
scan.
again if nobody else.
Is it only one person or more than one?
One person at a time, and one person per method.
I can do the scan.
Okay, give me a scan roll. You get +1 for Esmeralda's assistance.
Am I inspired on this or not?
What
Just the
do you have that would be giving you inspired? So potentially you could use Brave at the mark, or Brave at a pinch. You're trying to rescue this young lass, if you would like,
Right, but
which would
I'm
give
not,
you inspired.
but I'm not hurt. That's why I haven't been using it.
Yeah.
Oh, am I
Well,
wary?
no.
So just the +1 and hope.
So if you want to use Brave at a pinch, then it would make you inspired.
But how do I use it if I'm not wary or wounded?
Because you don't inspired just lets you roll another d12. You don't need to be weary or wounded.
Sure. But it says as long as you are wary or wounded, you are inspired. But if I'm not wary or wounded, then I can't use this, right?
So that is always. But if you want to, you're showing your bravery. I'm allowing it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when you're that you're always inspired.
I
Right.
think
Otherwise
Jerry,
it's a situational thing.
I think you should stop arguing and just take the advantage.
Extraordinary roll.
That is an extraordinary success. So you got 2 success things. So I mean, like,
Woohoo.
you just climb up a little rock and look around, and immediately you see another set of tracks. They're very large, booted footprints that do not belong to any hobbit. You're able to follow these tracks easier than expected, and you're able to, in the distance, you're able to make out the silhouette of a wanderer just on the edge of your vision.
Uh-oh.
That way.
Somebody can give me a riddle as you're following this?
I can do that. I'm pretty good at riddles. I'm nervous, but I'll try. Well, I'm inquisitive. Does that help me? You're curious.
Yeah.
Nature is easily aroused.
You're trying to figure out what this person is doing.
Okay, I like it. Let's do it. Great
There you
success.
go.
Ooh.
Woo.
So, given the figure's long stride and apparent skill at woodcraft, it is likely remaining in sight intentionally and leading you.
Leading us. Do I give this information to everybody else and then kind of whisper, maybe someone should check and see if there's anybody else around? Could be an ambush or well.
I use awareness to notice if anything is wrong.
You don't even need to roll. It's
Oh.
dark, but this one figure is the only thing that seems to be around, and does not seem to be threatening you, but is leading you in the same direction as the footprints of the Hobbit that you were following previously. Looks to be just off to the side of it, and considerably easier to follow than this young Hobbit footprints.
They're helping us?
We shouldn't let him get there first.
Agreed. Should
Okay.
Whoever he is.
Uh,
I mean, maybe he's friendly, but he's a
Excuse me.
big person.
So should we try to go stealthily or should we just confront him?
What do you think, Mr. Bilbo? You have most experience with men.
I spent many nights with a bunch of dwarves, I guess.
I'm sorry, I killed Josh.
Okay, so
Between me
Hours
and
of
Kylie, we
pursuit.
killed him.
hours of pursuit mean that when you see the darker patch of bracken and heather ahead, the sky has started to turn from deep blackness of night into the deep blue hours before dawn. You've followed Myrtle's tracks for miles now. You've little doubt that she came this way. As you get closer, you start noticing that the dark patch is not due simply to different vegetation. There are ancient stones jutting out of the ground, low crumbling walls, hinting that this was once a very different place. A fort, a town maybe. Few hobbits have seen this place. And as you take your first steps forward among the stones, stories of the kings and armor-clad warriors fill your mind. Just as you and your fellow conspirators are about to explore heather-covered ruins, a rumbling growl seems to rise from the ground itself. Its bellowing shout, bearing some resemblance to human speech, echoing among the ancient stones. You hear a high, panicked voice call out from nearby, "Do, you old troll, go away, go!" Breaking through a thick of brambles, you see nothing other than Myrtle Mudfoot, who has scrambled up a ruined wall and is swinging a heavy wooden club at a massive creature, looking like the grotesque imitation of a larger man.
Oh,
It's
no.
a stone troll. Between the two of them, leaning warily against a wall, is a cloaked stranger, hood thrown back to reveal the rugged face of a man with gray eyes clutching a large bleeding gash across his shoulder that has all but incapacitated him. As he desperately tries to keep the monster from reaching the child, the troll is clearly angry and does not seem to have noticed you and your companions. Myrtle, on the other hand, sees you and immediately cries out for help.
Oh, goodness. Esmeralda is immediately going to pull an arrow and shoot at the troll. Leave him alone, you brute! And just, shoot at him.
I would follow her as well, since I also have the other bow. And we're probably in range. Hopefully.
You shall not pass!
Everyone okay
I got
taking
an
a
axe,
quick
so I
break
got it.
before we start this?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I should probably
Somebody's at my door, so.
Oh.
refresh on stances.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Be back in 10.
Woohoo!
we're back. And there's a troll.
Okay, so if we're going into combat, let's do that.
Oh, man.
So there'll be an opening volley from you guys.
What time is it in game?
It is almost morning. You can see the light of the sun coming up over the mountains, but the sun has not yet crested.
Did I ever tell you the story of how we beat the 3 trolls?
At the festival, yes, Mr. Bilbo, many times.
Okay, so
All
how do we do this?
I don't know. How do we do combat?
Are you
Don't-
wanting to do combat? Is the question.
I guess that's true.
Well,
We could-
I did say she was just going to shoot an arrow at the troll and yell, "Stay away from her, you big brute."
We had to spread out and
Okay.
distract
Is
them.
anyone going to try to stop Esmeralda?
I would
Yes.
do
as
the
she
opposite.
raises her bow.
I would shoot as
Absolutely.
well.
Well, I have 2 hands. I guess I can stop them both.
Okay, are you guys going to resist as Bilbo reaches out and tries to push both of your bows down?
I think she would protest mightily. But Mr. Bilbo, he's going to kill them.
And how are you planning to kill a troll? Do you see what size it is?
Distract it. It's going to kill them. And she's going to try and pull her bow away.
I think for once, Esmeralda and I agree, and I move away from Bilbo and also try to take a shot.
I'll pop out
Okay.
one of the throwing rocks and throw it.
Okay, so I need an opening volley.
So,
So do we move up to within sight
Mm.
and attack?
Yep, so you just do your ranged attack.
All right. Can I target these guys or?
T?
It does look to be targeted.
Yeah, I can target it.
Okay, there we go.
You can't.
need
I
to
don't think
select
you
the
can see the
token
little
that is
arrows
included
because
in
it's
the-
so big. Oh, do I need to start the combat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Roll it.
I assume
Okay.
we click here for initiative.
So there's not initiative so much in this.
Mhm.
It's players go, bad guys go.
Cool.
Okay.
Success.
I missed.
Okay. So what's damage for the bow?
The damage for the bow. Ooh, let's see. It says 3. Injury 14. Load 2.
So if you roll multiple of the success symbols, you can do like piercing damage, which then it has to roll its armor against your number there, and if it fails, you do a wound.
I rolled no successes, so.
Yep. So it's just a normal thing that does damage to him.
Cool.
Okay, so Rorimac misses with his rock. Who else was shooting the bow?
I did, but I missed.
I mean, since they are all shooting, I guess I throw a rock too.
I don't see a roll from you, Lavella.
Oh, I did roll.
It was up, just.
Up.
I do see that. Never mind. I lied.
I was like, I'll
Yep,
roll
so
again.
Bilbo wants to throw a rock. That is a success.
Ooh,
no.
nice.
Also 3 damage for that bow?
No, it's a
Or
rock.
for the rock? How much is the rock? 2? 1?
Rock says
Says
damage 1.
Damage 1, injury 12.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So, the troll is going to take a swing at the human there. So it's going to do...
Is the other hobbit still with us?
Which one?
Wait, didn't we find a hobbit in
Or
the
Dad.
road that we were
Oh,
looking for?
yeah. Good call. Let me bring him out. There we go. He's going to roll. He's going to get an automatic success and a success die against the Wanderer. And the Wanderer is going to go down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As the troll hits him with his club.
Oof.
Or, I guess it's fist.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, at least 2 people need to move into melee with this troll.
Oh.
And then you have your let's see. So they have the stances, which are going to be rearward is going to be for anyone that's staying in what's it called? Ranged combat.
Okay.
And then
I had a question.
Go ahead.
I was back here. Is it possible for her to scale this wall here, like this rock face?
Yeah, if you want to, we'll do an athletics to get up there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to try and get up there.
Okay. So, where are the stances? So you can do
Like
close combat
forward.
or ranged combat. Yep.
Ugh,
And
I
there has
failed.
to be at least 2 people in close combat. Where's the... Okay, yeah, so you have forward or defensive, or balance. So forward, you get a +1 to hit, but also a +1 to get hit. Defensive, you get nothing. Or defensive, you get a -1 to hit, but they also get a -1 to hit. And then balanced is nothing.
Ooh.
So, Romeric, what is your stance going to be?
Balanced for now.
Okay, Bilbo?
What's the one to hit?
Forward.
Yeah, forward. Oh, how do
Okay.
I set that up?
So, I don't have the system set up in this, so when you just go to attack, you'll do the +1 there.
Okay.
Paladin?
I'll just take balance as well.
Okay. And then, Lorbella, you're going to be ranged?
Yes.
Okay. And your friend here, Mort, will be... he is going to be ranged as well, and he picked up some rock. So.
Esmeralda's also ranged, but she failed that athletics check, so might be on her butt or something.
Okay. So if we want to do our melee combat first. So if I can get attacks from Remark, Paladin, and Bilbo. And Bilbo, you have a +1 for your attack.
So just all of us rolling?
Yep. And my understanding is that the combat is simultaneous.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. Is there any way I would be inspired, maybe with my eagerness for my first adventure fight?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Ooh,
Yeah, the great
Dang.
success.
all these
Ooh.
beautiful dice.
Everybody had
So-
great successes.
No
Oh,
pressure.
everybody
goodness.
did. Very nice.
Awesome.
So, Paladin, you have the axe, right?
Correct. Yes, the axe.
So, Paladin runs up, lands this axe in the back calf of this troll, and as it comes down, Ramorik and Bilbo both stab their swords upwards into the under-chin of this troll. Labella, if I could get a attack from you.
Uh,
And Mort is gonna
Ooh.
throw his rock. Mort is gonna hit your so
You roll
Labella,
a
your
20,
arrow.
not a D12.
Oh, oops. That would be why it was so high. I was like, that's pretty awesome right there. Okay. That's
Hey,
still
almost.
It's still
pretty stinking awesome. So, Labella, you fire your arrow, and it actually goes right in this thing's eye,
Oof.
and a rock hits it straight on the forehead, and it falls forward even more onto Bilbo and Rormak's swords as it falls to the ground dead.
Oh,
We did it? I'm surprised.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Like
yeah,
that was a lot of.
I'll just add a fourth
I
roll
think-
to the count.
Esmeralda's going to run up and around the edge there and run to the fallen human.
Okay.
And she's going to attempt to staunch the bleeding, or at least kind of like stabilize him in some
Mhm.
way.
Okay.
Because he seemed to be defending the young girl, so can't be that bad.
Give me a healing.
I'll assist. Oh,
And that's an
Man,
automatic
there you go.
success.
GG.
Yep. So it takes maybe a minute after this troll is dead on the ground. His eyes open back up, and as you've sort of like tied a piece of his cloak around this cut on his shoulder, he pops back up onto the ground, sees the dead troll there, and looks around surprised at all these hobbits who have just killed this massive beast that he stood no chance against. Throwing back his hood, with one arm clutching his shoulder, a cloaked wanderer reveals himself. He has long gray-brown hair and bright steely eyes. He smiles through the pain of his wound he suffered at the claws of the troll. It is not often that I find myself needing protection, less often that it should come in the form of you little wondrous folk. It would seem I still have much to learn. My name is Halbrad. I am a ranger, though that title may not tell you much. Suffice it to know that I, like yourselves, was searching for young Myrtle for two reasons. First, for fear that she might have find true danger. Second, because she took something that I was meant to guard. I certainly did not expect a burglar like Myrtle, and she fooled me. What Myrtle took from Kingsworthy is indeed a rare relic, a token of an ancient past best forgotten. It was hidden in plain sight and has remained safe for a long time, until today. But now I think I have found someone worthy of its safekeeping. I think that if you have it, it may be in better hands than mine. He chuckles softly as his hard eyes brighten a bit. Now, if you would be so kind as to see the Mudfoots home, I am certain that they have a fine meal waiting for them. I have wounds to tend to, but I hope this will not be our last meeting. He turns without waiting for a reply, and in a matter of seconds, the shadows of the heath swallow up the ranger as if he was one of their own, and he is gone.
Oh.
Oh. If you're ever back here, I have questions.
Are you okay, dearie?
Esmeralda yells after the ranger.
She looks very shaken, and she has a large club with a stone head attached to it.
I plucked that from her
I
hands.
knew I could take this troll.
I immediately pluck the club out of her hands. I'll be taking that, Missy.
Lobelia.
Mildly upset, but she's just a child and knows her place pretty well.
You could have at least asked. Gee.
After all the trouble we've gone through to get here, we just fought a troll. I think the least we can do is get the club that we were searching for.
Yes, but you can ask. Here are your manners.
I turn to Lobelia and I take the club. I'll be taking that, Macy.
Well, I never.
Mr. Mudfoot? Shall we take you home now, Mr. Mudfoot? We found your daughter.
I would love that. My wife is... Oh, she's probably gonna... Maybe I shouldn't go home. She's gonna be so angry.
Angry that you found your daughter?
That I let her get in such danger.
Oh.
My forgetfulness has caused quite a few problems recently.
Well, it all turned out all right this time.
That
What do you
is
think,
true.
Paladin? We have quite the story to tell back home. Maybe our children's children will remember this adventure.
Maybe. Your children. Wait,
I'm
you?
gonna have to edit my book and add another troll to the account.
Your story grows ever greater, Mr. Baggins.
Indeed.
Perfect.
What now?
Okay. Making your way back to the town.
Woohoo.
And empty out combat.
I think Esmeralda, as they walk, would turn to Rorimac and just say, you know, I can't wait to tell Saradoc about the adventure he missed. I can't believe he didn't want to come. Your son is just such a homebody. Can't wait to tell him about this. Maybe we'll drag him out on an adventure someday.
Well, I think he's got it right. I feel like going out on an adventure like this, I don't know. That's enough for one day, I suppose.
How many
Well,
hobbits
you
can
don't
say
have
they
to
killed
go
a
on
troll?
more.
I can.
And now so can we.
I'll be honest, it was easier than I thought it would be.
It was.
Right?
It kind of
Last
just went
time-
down.
Last time I had to trick them.
Well, that man did help. Maybe he softened it up a little.
Very true.
But we
all
still
just kinda-
killed it.
Went in and bobbed, weaved, stabbed it, and won.
He was too busy taking care of the human.
And we're clever hobbits. We work together.
Once back at Oak Barton, Mort explains to his wife Marigold what happened. He chastises them as only a wife worries sick can, but prepares a grand feast for everyone as a thank you for their efforts. After a fine meal and a long sleep, the player heroes can begin their journey back to Bag End, with the Club of Bull Roar hidden among your gear.
And this is probably a perfect place to stop, as it is almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like 2 more minutes. I
Sure.
have more things to read.
Oh,
As you arrive back at Bagshot Row, You're surprised to see a dwarf in a red hood peeking into the window of Bag Inn. He turns at your approach and casts off the hood, revealing a keen smile and a long white beard. Bilbo, you old rascal, you told me to drop by for tea any time, and here I am. The dwarf pauses with a grin and collects himself before offering a polite smile. Forgive my exuberance, Balin, son of Fundan, at your service. With a bow, he casts a knowing smile at Bilbo. What kind of trouble have you gotten yourself into this time, my little burglar? And that is it.
Ooh. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Esmeralda is like, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Esmeralda has like rocked so far forward on her toes, she's kind of in danger of falling over because with excitement. You're just pulling her back.
Like, don't fall over, dear. I was just like, no. All right. Well, I think that's a perfect place to stop. Maybe we can continue in another episode, maybe, if Evan wants to GM it. But that'll be a discussion
we'll talk about it.
we have later. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. I think I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe the troll went down so easily, though. It was like bam, and he
That
was
was
just
amazing.
wow.
Not supposed to.
Well, great successes and all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
GG.
I'm waving, but
Bye.
they can't see us, so I don't know why I'm waving.
I know, I did the same thing.